curious what happens if Andy and I both speak, because I had an issue that I could see David's lips moving, but I couldn't hear him while Andy was speaking.
Okay, maybe we can try
So let's just talk for a little
talk
bit.
over me,
Yeah,
like I'm sure we're gonna do
that,
later.
David? Are you can David hear both of us?
Yeah, hello, hi, hello.
Yeah.
We're talking
Hello.
over each other.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah.
It sounded good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Our so the Zoom. Oh wait, the Zoom call's a little loud for them. All right, I can fix that. It echoes.
Echo, echo, echo.
No, they just want to play Echo the Dolphin. I wonder if DGR is successfully doing this. So you said that you and your wife run this?
Yeah. So
That's
what
really
you're about to
awesome.
experience is actually how we exchange Christmas presents.
Really? What? I'm excited.
It started, it's awesome. So it's just the two of us, and shortly after we got married, we thought it would be a little weird just to sit across the table and hand presents back and forth, and yay, we're done in like 20 minutes. So we make ridiculously long puzzle hunts for each other.
That is so ridiculously cute. I love it.
So I told a lady this. Somebody else asked where we got the idea of perusal. And so I tell the story about what I just explained to you. And she says, oh, that is the most romantic, or maybe the most infuriating thing I've ever heard. Yeah.
Well, if you both like puzzles, but hey.
Yeah, so last year, we had to schedule lunch and dinner breaks. It took 14 hours to exchange 3 presents for each of us. So
oh my gosh.
it gets really long. So yeah, it started one year when we made scavengers, just close-up pictures of things around the apartment, and you'd go from one to the next. And cool, that was nice. One of my hints was frozen in, so it was a slip of paper inside a balloon that was tied off, frozen inside a huge block of ice. So I had to melt the ice to get to the balloon to open it to get the hint. And after that, it was just, game's on at that point. And the next year, she knew that one of her presents was in a small box that was locked with a key lock. And the key she eventually found was on a piece of string. So it was threaded onto a piece of string. So to get the key off, she had to run that key down the string through every room of the apartment, out a window, down 3 floors, around a tree. And she was, DGR got his audio on. And so she was able to get the key eventually. Hey, there he is.
That sounds awesome. Hi, Dave. How's it? Well, DG, I don't even know what names we choose. Hi, DGR. What? Is it working? I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound good. Everything looks good.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, is it working on your stream?
I'm pulling it up right now.
I think mine's good to go.
Okay, it looks... So right now on my stream, everything looks white and there's no picture.
Yeah, I had to do display capture.
You had to do... Okay. I'll do that.
Since you guys watch streams.
And Andy, once we do the recording or whatnot, if you want to let folks know, I just made a coupon code for your followers, streamers FTW, all one word, 20% off if they make their booking in the month of July.
Okay. Yeah, we should. If anybody wants to go find a link, I can't really do it right now, but it's Perusal is the place that's running this for us. Maybe one of the mods can try to find that link.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the chat for you here.
Thank you.
I got your squad invite, Pooh.
Boom.
Oh, how do I even do anything? Someone tell me, I don't even know. I'm just expecting the Ugh, the Sonic 2 drowning music to start playing when we're doing this. Ugh. Are we all set?
Cool. I think you said there were going to be 4. Are we waiting for somebody?
Oh yeah. Wait, where's Beast? Wait a minute, where's Beast?
He's your friend.
Wait a minute, where's Beast? I forgot about Beast.
And do you guys have any intro? I've got an intro for just like introducing you to the game and how gameplay is done. Do you guys have something you need to do before then, or do you want to do it after mine, or what do you want to do?
I'm good. I already did mine. I think they already did theirs too.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Yeah. Dave, are you able to message Beast right now?
Yeah.
I don't have enough monitors for this. This tab is stuck in the boat.
And you guys can see the 3-masted ship there, the company logo trapped underwater, all that good stuff that shows up for DGR.
Oh.
Perusal. East is on B right back. He's really milking that till 3 o'clock.
He's waiting till the very last second.
So, Dave, you haven't done an escape room yet before, right? Or did you?
I've done one in real life, but never a virtual one.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the first virtual one, but I've done like 60 or 70.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Mostly I just let Jakku win it for me, you know?
You're a seasoned vet then.
I just milk off Jakku's prowess.
Yeah, someone here has got to carry us. I don't know.
It's not gonna be me. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You should have seen DGR's game last night.
It was luck.
The Yahtzee champion, dude.
I was lucky.
As long as the solution isn't to say that you only have 1 card left, then I think you're gonna do great, Pooh.
The Beast is saying he's clicking the link, but it's not prompting him with a dialogue or anything.
Ad block or something. I don't know. Oh, I have ad block and it still worked. Do you have to download Zoom? I think I already have it downloaded.
I didn't have to do anything.
You can play in a browser.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the computer scientist amongst all of us, so I feel like he's the one who should have this one figured out.
I am shocked that I got on here with no problem. I am shocked.
There we go.
I know, I just clicked it and it worked. I was like...
He's got
Fab just joined the waiting room. I'm letting Fab in.
Okay,
Okay,
he said,
good.
here we go. I think he's coming. I think he's coming.
Okay. Fab.
Fab.
So if I have to refer to you guys, I can refer to the screen names you're displaying, right? DGR, David, Andy, and Fab. Is that okay?
Yeah, DGR and David is not going to confuse him at all.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm glad I didn't use David.
That would have great. That'd be awesome. Wonder if I can change mine. Oh yeah, I can. Here we go. Boom.
Who?
Yep, easy peasy. That'll be easier for the.
There we go.
For the other David. And so Fab's in. He's getting audio set up here. Maybe.
Have I ever mentioned I have a terrible fear of drowning?
I do too. I'm not gonna lie, I do too. I got like pulled under in the ocean once. I thought it was over. Yeah, I thought it was over.
I hate the ocean. I've never gone like swimming in the ocean, like where I couldn't touch.
Yeah, I used to love it. I do love the water. I used to go swimming all the time. I mean, in Arizona, like what else can you do during the summer anyway? So
True.
Okay, sorry, I'm a Zoom noob, but I think I'm in here now.
Wait,
Hey.
oh yeah, we're in. Are we gonna get the sideways stab cam? I am so into this.
I mean, if I
Is this
can,
your
I
good
can move
side?
it if I have to.
Hey, I'm down for sideways stab.
Did y'all see Failstream's new clear?
Yeah,
No, I have not.
He beat his crazy level. I'm
The
I'm
cape
amazed.
level?
that-
Dang.
The last time I saw him make it harder, I thought he was never going to beat it.
You know what? It's kind of funny because originally when he started, I was like, well, this doesn't look as hard as Flotilla 3. And then it started going so long.
Yeah.
Wow, this is way harder than Flotilla.
Yeah, at the beginning, right? I was like, oh, it's not so bad. And then
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a pretty quick level for him. And then...
All right, I think we're all set. You set up, Thab?
Yeah, for the most part. I'm in here. I'm just doing my stupid OBS, but I'm like here, ready.
Well, we can, whenever you're ready to go.
Yeah, we're doing this for your viewers, so do what you need in
Okay.
your Twitch settings.
I guess we don't need to squad stream, huh? Because all of us are literally in the...
because we're in the Naked Escape Room channel?
Which, by the way, you better not be wearing pants right now. I'm not. I thought that was part of the deal.
I've never worn pants to stream. I don't know.
Well, that's true. I mean, you don't have anything to cover anyway, so like.
You probably turn your alerts off too, so nobody donates spoilers.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
Turn my alerts off and went emote only.
okay.
This is why you're the pro streamer.
Okay, I'm ready, I think.
I'm ready whenever, too.
All right, let's puzzle good, everybody.
Fantastic. I'd like to welcome you guys to this production from Perusal, your home for live hosted online escape rooms that you can play from anywhere. The game we're playing today is titled Trapped Underwater. My name is James. I'll be your game master for today's game. First things first, can I get a thumbs up from you if you're able to see the title slide? Woohoo! Great. I get 2 of them from Laurel. That's good. It's important that you're able to see those pictures because I'll be sharing several images with you throughout the game. That's where they show up, so it's good you're able to see it. Let's start with the hardest question of the day. What team name would you like to use for today's game?
Oh, man.
Cosmic Brain.
Cosmic brain down. What? Cosmic brain, not brains.
Who has
four
that
of us
brain? We will
together.
find out because it's probably not me.
All 4 of us.
Nice. Now, another toughie. I need to know the name of somebody who all of you know who is not on the call with us. Who would you like to talk about in absentia?
Dragon Feeny.
I'm good with that.
Dragon Feeny?
Her name's Dragon Feeny. Yeah, we'll talk about her. Wait, are there gonna be good things or bad things that are gonna happen to her?
Generally good.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with.
Okay.
Your performance today will dictate how well she comes out of this.
Oh, good.
So don't screw it up. Great. This is a new format for a lot of folks, so let me tell you a little bit about what you're getting into. Here in just a moment, we're going to be playing a game where you're going to be set inside an underwater shipwreck. As we get the game going, you need to know that I'll show you an overview picture of some of your surroundings inside that shipwreck, and then you will go around to observe and interact with the different objects down there, trying to identify puzzles that have solutions that'll help you get up to the surface. Keep in mind whenever I say you're going to observe and interact with the objects down there, those are 2 different things. Just because you ask to see an object does not mean that you've picked it up, spun it around, or done anything useful with it. In our games, there are no wrong answers, so you can be as creative as you'd like in an effort to get through the game and get up to the surface. You will not need any outside knowledge, nor will you have to guess at any of the solutions. All of the information you need to solve our puzzles will be provided somewhere in the game. You're also going to be taking some notes throughout the game. Do you need a moment to run off and grab paper and pencil, or do you already have some note-taking ability?
I need my just notepad on the PC too, or do I need to like draw?
You don't need to draw anything.
Okay.
Good. Let me grab something real fast.
I'm good.
It's moments like this that I like to play the Jeopardy music for people as we wait for them to come back. All right.
I have
That's
returned.
Still waiting on Pooh. Pooh. Poo, where are you?
I got it.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep, so as we're waiting for Pooh to get back, let me tell you that it's okay to ask for repeats. I mentioned before that I'll be sharing several pictures with you. I will also be verbally describing several things. If ever you'd like that, repeated, just ask. I'll be glad to accommodate. You can also ask for hints throughout the game. There's no penalty, there's no limit on them, but you are going to have more fun if you make it through yourselves rather than relying on me to solve everything for you. It is also a good idea, this should not be a problem for you guys, to know that your crazy ideas may be exactly what you need to get through the game. You need to know that speaking aloud is a good idea. That is also going to, your crazy ideas might be what it takes to spark creativity in your teammates, and hearing you speak is also a good idea to let me know if you're starting to feel stuck or frustrated with something. In this game, you need to know that this game includes something called a direction lock. A direction lock works very much like a standard padlock, except rather than spinning the dial to a certain set of numbers, you're going to be pushing that center button in the directions of up, down, left, or right in some series of presses in order to get the lock open. That means that somewhere in the game, you're going to encounter a lock like this. It also means that somewhere else in the game, you're going to encounter a series of directions. For example, I'll make one up, left, down, left. That's an example of a series of directions that could be used to open a lock like this and give you access to whatever it is inside. Are there any questions before we get started?
Familiar with those locks.
Yes, an escape room essential.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, great. You do need to know about that direction lock. And yeah, you can always ask for hints as well. So we don't need anybody feeling stuck or frustrated. We're going to try and stay nice and friendly today. With all of that in mind, I do have a little bit of background for you. You do not need to take notes in this section. I will tell you when it comes time to take notes. You and Dragon Feeney have been planning this dive trip for ages. You're on board Captain Jack's dive boat, and the plan is to dive 3 shipwrecks in the St. Lawrence River. You leave the marina in upstate New York as planned, and you head out to the first shipwreck called the Vickery. You and Dragon Feeney and Captain Jack spend the time by telling dive stories, and every now and then Captain Jack feeds popcorn to his pet parrot named Kirby. After a short boat trip out to the Vickery, you and Dragon Feeney get geared up, Captain Jack ties onto the surface buoy, and you jump into the water, waving goodbye to Captain Jack. He'll be back to pick you up in 2 hours. Bye-bye. You start to descend, and soon you see the shadow of the dive boat above you departing. You and Dragon Feeney reach the top of the shipwreck. You know that the Vickery came to rest at an upward angle, with the front of the boat higher than the back. You look for a big hole in the side of the shipwreck, and when you find it, you go in first. As you clear the opening, you turn around to warn Dragon Feeney of something sharp near the opening, but as you do, an iron grate suddenly slides into place from the hole's edges, cutting you off from Dragon Feeney, who remains outside. Since the dive boat has already left, there's no sense in having her service. It's best that she stay with you at the Vickery to offer whatever help she can from the outside. Since you have 2 hours worth of gas in your tanks, and you need 1 hour to ascend safely, that leaves you an hour to get out of the Vickery. With all of that in mind, now is a good time to start taking notes. You take a look around your surroundings. You see that you have a dive computer on your wrist. You're also carrying a powerful flashlight to look around inside the dark shipwreck. You're carrying a waterproof notebook, as well as the other standard scuba gear necessary for a wreck dive like this. Visibility inside the ship is not so great, but you look around to look at your surroundings. This flashlight helps you, and you notice that behind you, there's the iron grate that you entered. This is the iron grate where you entered. You're on the inside of the ship, and Dragon Feeney's on the outside. The ship is at an upward angle. When you look to the left, that's toward the front of the ship. You see the deck rising on a slope. As you look to the left, you see that chest of drawers is the first thing to your left. As you work your way around clockwise from there, up in the bow of the ship is the ship's windlass. A windlass is a spool for raising and lowering chains, such as the anchor. Continuing around clockwise, you see a lot of holes in the hull on the opposite side of the ship. Next to that are bar shelves and a cabinet. As you look down to the stern, that's to the right, you see the deck sloping down, and that propeller is at the deepest part of the ship. And to your immediate right, from where you are there at the port, you see a pile of bungee cords and fist-sized cannonball. In the middle of the ship, toward the front, you see the ship's wheel, as well as directly in front of you, what remains of the ship's 3 masts. What would you like to look at or do first?
Well, we're boned. This is so much harder for me because I'm so visual, and since you don't have actual artwork for the bar shelves and the cabinet and stuff, I'm like, what are those again? Gosh.
Okay, well, I would like to go and open the cabinet, sir.
All right.
Sure, let's go take a look at that cabinet. This is the part that's closed and locked with the direction lock that we were talking about before.
Okay.
Let's guess. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, should we look in the drawers? Or the shelves, how about?
Sure, you take a look at the drawers there by the iron grate. As you look at those drawers, you see it's a metal chest of drawers about waist high. The drawers are held in place by a metal bar that goes up through all the handles. There's a lock at the end of that metal bar that keeps the drawers firmly shut. There's a 7-letter lock.
Seven-letter lock. Okay. Cool.
Is there anything in particular about those holes by the bar shelves? Are they just regular holes? How big are they?
Yeah, if we head over and take a look at them, you see that number you see right there is representative of a much larger number of holes. And you realize that whoever built the ship must have been claustrophobic because you've never seen this many holes so close together. The holes are big enough to pass a hand through. You see a sign there at the side that says for Morse code only. If you swim back a little ways from the wall, you see that they are in 8 distinct rows, and under the last row, it says non-filled circles, #, or hashtag, depending on your generation.
Non-filled circles.
Oh boy.
So we can reach our hand in them.
Yeah. If you like to stick your hand through, you can wave at some of the fish out there in the river. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Me and Pooh can play Connect 4 there.
No, or
Can we? So is that a book that said for Morse code only? Did you say?
It's just a little plaque.
Oh, it's just a little plaque. Okay. Does anyone have any idea how this relates to Morse code? Because I sure don't.
I don't know
might
any
be-
Morse code.
It might be, so it's like dots and dashes, so it might be like
blanks or
putting something in the
No.
circle is a dash, and then not is a dot.
Okay. Well.
Or it could be the other way too.
Okay. Let's keep it in mind and look for more information.
Yeah, definitely more information.
I would like to go visit the bar because in a situation like this, I could really use a drink.
Liquor is always a good idea when working on escape rooms. Yeah, you think it's a little unusual for there to be such an extensive bar on a cargo ship, but maybe drinking was the only way to pass long days at sea back then. You find a bunch of glass bottles still on the shelves. There's a wide variety of colors represented here, as many colors as you can imagine. All of the bottles are either small, medium, or large.
Are the colors? I would like to observe the bottles. Is there a way that I could observe the bottles? Like, could I physically look at the bottles with their?
So there's no specific image of the bottles in this case, but if you think of any color you can name, you've got a bottle in that color of 3 different sizes. So periwinkle, let's say, is your favorite color. You've got a periwinkle bottle that's small, another one medium, and another one large.
Interesting. I mean, this is Go ahead.
Is every bottle full, or are some bottles empty?
Yeah, if you want to stick your head inside the bar shelves, look around a little bit, you see that all of the caps, corks, and labels have been lost to the ages, and they're filled only with seawater. There's nothing in, on, or under them besides seawater.
Okay, so we got a bunch of different sizes and colors of bottles. Nothing to do.
Should we look at the other areas and then come back to where we think,
Yeah.
like the cannonballs and bungee cords? Is there anything?
Yeah, gathering as much information as possible is a good place to start, I think, in these.
Sure. Let's take a look at those bungee cords and cannonballs. As you head over to take a look at them, you think that's a little weird that the elastic in a bungee cord has lasted 130 years underwater. But as you get closer, you see that these bungee cords are actually fairly new. Some previous diver must have left them here. All the cords are the same length. They're about 3 hand widths long. You're surprised to see there's a whole bunch of cannonballs here as well, and all of those cannonballs are fist-sized. On the wall behind the pile, there's a sign that says, "For Morse code only."
So there's another sign that says more. So we can use the cannonballs in the Morse code area then.
You could put them through the holes, but like, do we? Wait a minute.
It could be like the cannonball is the dot in the Morse code, and the bungee cord is the dash.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Well, if you'd like, you do have the ability to bring those bungee cords and cannonballs
Yes,
over here.
please.
I would like
Test
to
it.
one by one bring the cannonballs over.
Can we put them in our pockets, please?
Yes, we would like to drag the cannonballs over Morse code.
You can put them in your inventory if you
Yes,
like.
please.
You do have the ability to fill holes with the cannonballs just like this. They stay of their own accord. You can stick them in, you can take them out as you'd like. They're not going to fall out on their own. And
Okay.
you can also stretch the bungee cords very well. They hook into the first hole, drag over a second, and then they hook nicely into the third hole. So you can fill these holes with cannonballs and bungee cords as you see fit.
How many cannonballs?
Yeah, do we have?
The number of cannonballs, as well as the number of bungee cords, could best be described as plenty.
Okay. So as many as we need to do to make whatever we want. All right.
All right. Well, that's good information.
Could we? Okay, hear me out here. Could I use the bungee cord? Could I have a situation where my friends hold the cannonball in one area, and then we use the bungee cord to propel the cannonball in a propelling motion?
I like what you're thinking here.
I like where your brain's at. I mean, you're trapped underwater. You really got to get out, but it's really difficult to generate any kind of speed underwater like this. So yeah, you can like fling the cannonball, but it really only goes a couple feet.
Okay,
Sorry.
want to be sure.
I like that thought though. There.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Can we take a look at the steering wheel? I can't remember the technical name for it.
No worries. Yep, that's ship's wheel. Yeah, you can certainly take a look at that. As you do, you see that the ship's wheel is still attached to its base. You're below the main decks. You're a little confused as to how the wheel got down here. You look up and see a hole. Right now, it's all blocked by debris. This must be where that wheel fell through. But as you look at it closer, you see that one of the spokes of the wheel has an outward-pointing arrow painted on it.
Could we look directly up from where we are at right now?
Can we get into that hole at the ceiling?
Sadly, you cannot. There's a whole bunch of debris up there. Other stuff's fallen over it. It's been down here 130 years. So a bunch of crap up there. You can't really swim through it.
Okay. Can we spin the wheel? Do anything with it?
Yeah,
Is
can we
it
spin
just
the wheel?
is it just sitting there doing nothing?
Yeah, it is just sitting there doing nothing. And of course, nobody can avoid spinning a ship's wheel.
Oh yeah.
You're surprised to see that this one spins freely on its axle. You notice something. Although you keep spinning it, there's a bump every few turns, and it only turns clockwise. If you start with the arrow pointing up and you pay attention to the number of turns between bumps, you feel the first bump after 3 full turns. Then you feel another bump after 1 full turn. Then 1.5. Then 1. Then a quarter. Then a half. And another half. And finally, 2.5 turns. If you keep turning it, that pattern just repeats itself. Speaking of repeating itself, would you like me to give you those numbers again?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
sure. Yeah.
Sure. You feel the first bump after 3 full turns, then 3 full turns, then 1 full turn, then 1.5, then 1, then a quarter, then a half, and another half, and finally 2.5 turns.
Oh my goodness. I have a cosmic brain solution to this that's probably stupid. Does anybody have a simple solution or thing to do with this?
Yeah, Throw it out there, right?
Throw it out.
Okay, my cosmic brain solution is you could try to imagine when you're turning like that, like which direction it'd be going, and then use that for the directional lock. That does not sound right to me. It sounds too complicated. So, does anyone have any other ideas?
The directional lock's only 4 directions, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you turned it, so the only ones we have are full turns and then half and then a quarter. So like the half would point down and the quarter would point to the right, but
Right.
like then 3 turns would be kind of redundant.
It'd just be up. Well, right. Well, there's more than 4. Wait, the directional. Oh. Yeah.
It
So
kind of reminds me of like a lock, like just like a standard lock. How when you, I don't know, I've watched like lock picking stuff. Like when it gets to the right number, it kind of like clicks or whatever. But I don't think
we had a 7-letter lock.
Yeah. I was thinking we have the 7-letter.
But this is 8 combinations, right? Or this was 8 turns, so it's not quite right for that.
Do you want to look at something else, or do you want to keep stewing on this? Because we still have some other areas we don't have information on yet.
Question. So when it goes like 3 turns, it goes 1, 2, 3. So it would land back at 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the ship's wheel starts at 12 o'clock. If you give it 3 full turns, the arrow is still pointing off.
Can you just try? Can you just try up, down, up, right, down, down, down in the direction lock? Just make sure that that's not it.
Sure. If you'd like to grab the direction lock and you press whatever that was, you give it a tug and it does not open.
Okay, so that's not the solution. All right, so
I like the effort though.
Okay. Well, let's continue. Let's go to the fan.
Yeah. I think
We got
Sure.
the fan, the bow, and then whatever that thing is in the front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You take a look at, you're talking about the propeller in the back here.
Yes.
Yep. As you take a look at the propeller, you see that it is an 8-bladed propeller, and one of those blades is painted a different color from the other 7.
Huh.
You see a lot of seaweed growing around it. You try to give it a spin, but it's held in place very firmly by the seaweed. You don't want to upset the seaweed, so you leave that alone. You do notice a sign near the propeller that reads, "For Morse code only."
Can we move the propeller over to the window area?
Sadly, no. It is held in place very firmly by the seaweed.
Can we take the one fan off that's painted differently?
All of those blades of the propeller are attached to each other.
Okay.
So it's pink. There's 1 out of 8 of them that's colored. What is? I don't understand all this Morse code stuff. I have
Morse
a question.
code only is.
I have a question, just real quick. How do we need to have some knowledge, pre-existing knowledge? You said no, right?
Did you not come with like your own Morse code decoder and and all those widgets?
Okay, right. So we don't need to worry about. So we don't need to worry about doing anything like that. Okay.
Can we grab the
decoder
Morse
will be
code
provided.
sign?
Yeah, we asked. I tried already.
Yeah,
That's
a
a
Morse
good
code decoder will be provided in the game.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
And sure, if you'd like to run your hand around this decoder sign, you try to twist and turn, push and pull, but it's firmly in place.
That's clearly the wrong font for 130 years. My immersion is destroyed.
Yeah, like the bee said, can we grab the signs? Can we turn the sign over? Is there anything on the back of the sign?
Sadly, no.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we should keep gathering more clues, and eventually it'll click into place how
I
to
think
use
so,
the clues
too.
that we have.
We have 2 other spots we haven't visited yet.
Okay.
What is that? The cones in the middle. What are those called?
The 3
Yeah,
masts.
So you have the remnants of 3 masts here in the middle of the ship.
Can we get
Bottles.
Can we get a
Bottles.
small bottle, a medium bottle, and a big bottle of those colors?
Yes.
And then something.
Small red
And then
bottle,
red.
medium green, and a large blue.
Yes.
All right, so it sounds like you want to get a small red bottle off of the. Oops, let's do this. You get a small red bottle off of the bar shelves. You're going to place it right about here.
All right.
You're going to do the same thing with a green bottle, and you're going to put it on the green mast, and then blue on the blue as well. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. By doing that, you actually cause 2 things to happen. Ooh. first, you go over to the bar shelves. You pick up the 3 corresponding bottles. By picking up the correct bottles off of the bar shelves, the entirety of the bar shelves and all of the remaining glassware slowly recedes into the wall behind it, and a panel slides in place where the bar shelves used to be. Dun, dun, dun.
Let's go. Let's go.
As you take a look
We
at
did
that
things!
As you take a look at that panel, you see that there's a painting on the panel. The painting is of a ship. The ship has a figurehead. Now, commonly, the figurehead is going to be a mermaid carving on the front of the ship, but in this case, it's just a cute dog.
Aww.
This dog has a key ring in his mouth, complete with an old-fashioned blacksmith's key hanging off of that key ring.
Oh,
All of this is depicted in the painting on the panel where the bar shelves used to be. Now, if you remember, I told you that 2 things happened.
Yes.
So what you just experienced, that's what happens whenever you picked up the 3 correct bottles off of the bar shelves. You get this painting. But you can also hear a little grinding noise, and you can tell that the propeller has started to slowly spin. Whenever you take a look at it, you can see the seaweed that had been holding it in place now forms patterns on each blade.
whoa! Oh, so the 7-letter law. Oh, wait, no. That's not right. I was going to say everything but
Oh,
the
well.
one, but.
Yeah, one of them is.
They're not all
different,
letters.
One of them.
Let's write this down, I guess.
Can we make that spell anything? I'm
Dog.
I think it spells you're running out of air.
Okay, wait. Hear me out here. Okay. What if the propeller's spinning right now, by the way?
It's just idly spinning. Yeah, no particular
Okay.
speed coming off of it.
Slowly spinning.
Is
Okay,
the propeller safe to be near?
I was gonna say it might have to do with like the propeller spins 3 times, and then we take the.
Yeah, is the propeller spinning clockwise?
It's spinning in the direction of your choice.
Okay.
Okay.
Why is the one gray? That's throwing me off.
Or pink? Question mark?
Or pink.
Oh,
what's
yeah,
gray
you're
then?
right. You're right. Is that pink or... Well, now I see it as gray. I'm losing my mind.
There's a dress underwater. It's blue to some people.
It's gone. Oh, my gosh. Chad, is that pink or gray? Argue. Okay.
We still have one more spot to look at.
Yeah, we have one more spot.
Yeah, let's keep going.
How much air do we have left, by the way?
You've been playing for almost 19 minutes. You got about 41 minutes of air.
Okay. All right.
Sonic music intensifies.
Can we
Do
check
we wanna
out that?
check out the bow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
the thing
let's
in
take a
yeah.
look at the windlass. Yep. So that windlass is up in the front. The windlass is a spool used for raising and lowering chains. As you take a look at this one, you see it's a pretty standard one. It even has a chain wrapped around it. It's probably how the ship's anchor worked, but there is no anchor to be seen.
So what are those things that are attached on
Yeah,
it? Can we
almost.
kind of unravel it and look at those?
Sure. Yep. You can pull the chain. You can spin the wheel however you'd like to. You can certainly do that. It'll loosen up the chain. And you see that there are markings on the chain every 10 feet. And you learn that this chain was not used for the anchor, but instead it's how they took depth measurements in the days before sonar. And you keep spinning the windlass, the chain unwinds even further, and you see special markings at 68, 87, and 105 feet. They seem out of place because all of the other markings are on the 10s.
That's 7. That's 7 numbers. Can you put numbers in the letter lock, or is it only letters?
It is only letters.
Only letters.
As much as I'd
But
love
could
to
we?
come up with.
Could they correlate? Could the numbers correlate to? No, because 0 wouldn't mean anything.
Can we shove the chain in that hole? And
Yeah, I was wondering if we could shove the chain somewhere.
Yeah, you certainly can. You can stick the end of the chain down there, unwind it, pull it back up. Yeah, nothing really special down there.
Okay.
Do you guys think anything with the steering wheel correlates to this thing? Like if we turn it?
Yeah,
3
what if we
times?
turn it 3 times once and half and all that? That doesn't sound useful, but...
No, it doesn't. But
Yeah, the wheel here just controls the depth of the chain. So yeah, you can spin the chain down into the hole, back out from the hole, as many turns as you want, but it doesn't change that. Nothing's down there.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
And if we spin it 3 full times clockwise, do we get a special marking?
No.
Okay, so that's not it. Oh.
Wait a second. On the propeller, there were
Yeah.
7
Yeah,
letters.
there were 7 letters. I realized the same thing, Dave.
Yeah. Let's go to the 7-letter lock in the
But
dive
which
computer, or not in the dive computer, in the.
Yeah, which order would you put them in though? Or maybe we just take the letters and unscramble them? Does it? Oh,
It's got to spell a word.
You would be.
it almost feels like Herndon or something. How does it?
Well, like, wouldn't you be first though? Like, so we'd start at you and count clockwise. Like, so we start at you and go.
Did we get like a name of the ship or any sorts of like lore going into this that in our memory looks like it's spelled with these letters?
Well, the name of the ship is called the Vickery.
Okay, that's not it.
100? Does it spell? No.
No, that's what I thought.
I'm so bad at.
I'm so bad at unscrambling this.
The unscrambling words are not my forte.
I don't even know if that's it, but maybe
I know.
It might have us say. I was thinking there might be some. It might tell us the order with one of the other puzzles, but I don't know.
But the 7 letters have to correlate, I would think, to the lock.
Well, it'd be like if U is 0 or U is 1.
I can see end hour, but I don't think that's relevant.
End hour. Dun dun dun.
I mean,
Hour end. Game over. You lose.
Yeah, I wonder when people in chat know the whole thing right now.
Yeah, probably. Okay, have
they
we
figured it
collected?
out 20 minutes
Have
ago.
we been everywhere? That's my question. Have we been everywhere?
Can we go back to the panel actually, with the dog? The dog.
Sure.
Painting?
There you go.
Can I?
Yeah, can we
turn the dog painting over?
Yeah, you can rub your hand over it. It really is just
And
painted
flip
on
it?
canvas. Yeah, you
I
rub
can't
your
flip
hand,
it over.
run your hands around the frame, twist, turn, push, pull. Yeah, you have no control
So
over the frame.
maybe
all-
it's a hint that the key is at the front of the boat because that's the front of the boat.
Oh. I like what you're thinking.
Knock me down. Or we gotta find a cute little puppy somewhere.
Yeah.
Go to boy. Little drowny boy.
Starting to get claustrophobic.
Yeah. So okay, if we're looking at all the places we can go again, the bow of the boat. Did we go everywhere where it looks like there's something of interest or of note that we can
You've
see?
inspected all of the objects on this overview picture, but you have not yet inspected all of the objects available to you.
Oh.
Can we inspect the grate at all?
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. As you take a look at the door that's trapping you inside the wreck, you see that it is a serious grate. It has hundreds of bars, both vertical and horizontal.
Wow.
You can just barely stick a few fingers in the space between the bars. You see Dragon Feeny on the other side. You wave at her. She waves back. You grab hold of that grate and you try to move it, but it does not budge. You notice, however, anywhere that you touch the bars, they glow faintly green before the light fades away. You also see on your side of the grate, there's a small keyhole that looks like it'll take an old-fashioned blacksmith's key. And there's a waterproof numerical keypad next to that.
A waterproof numerical keypad. Could we type in 6887-105 into that
I
numerical?
like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sure, you grab hold of that waterproof numerical keypad, you type in 6887-105, you hear a very faint
Okay, can we ask Dragon Feeny to swim to the front of the ship and see if there's a key?
Yeah.
Yes, the
Oh.
brains. Big brains, dude.
You're right there at the grate, so you make eye contact with Dragon Feeny, and you say blah, 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 because you're still underwater.
Oh no!
Oh,
Wait,
don't have
can we communicate with our dive computer at all?
You do have a dive computer on your wrist. It's a fairly basic model. All it does is display the current time, your depth, the pressure you're experiencing at that depth, as well as the percent battery remaining.
Can you say all those things again?
Oh,
It's a fairly basic model of a dive computer. It simply shows the current time, as well as your depth, the pressure that you're experiencing at that depth, and the percent battery remaining.
What is our current depth and what is the pressure of depth?
Well, the depth and pressure depends on where you are inside the ship. You want to tell me where you are? Are we still down here at the port?
We're at
grate?
that grate area.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You're here at the grate, and at this point, you're at about 90 feet of depth, and you're experiencing about 39.
Oh! The depth, the 68, 87, and 105 fit perfectly between 65 and
Yeah, that's what I
110,
was
which
gonna
are the
say.
depth. Oh, yeah, sorry. I stole your Thunder Beast.
No, it's good.
That's
That's great.
teamwork for you.
So could we go to the depth of 68 and something? Where are we going from here? Is there going to be something there? I don't know. What do you guys
All
think?
right, let's head up to 68 feet. As you head up toward the bow, you're just a little bit of waves from the bow. You take a look at your dive computer. It tells you that the time is currently 4:39. Your depth is 68. You're experiencing 30 psi of pressure, and you have 50% battery remaining.
Oh, we record the pressure at each, maybe?
Yeah.
Because that's the only one that'll vary. That's the only one that'll vary, right?
Yeah.
So 30 goes with 68.
Yes. So do the same thing for 87.
Yes.
Sure. You head down to the middle of the ship. You look until your dive computer says you're at 87 feet. At this point, the time is 4:39. The depth is 87. You're experiencing 38 psi of pressure, and you have 50% battery remaining.
And then same thing with 105.
105, yeah.
Yep. You head down to the stern, back there by the propeller. The time is 4:39. The depth is 105. Pressure is 46, and you have 50% battery remaining.
Could we go back to that keypad,
Yes.
please, and type in
Sure.
30, 38, and 46?
Yeah.
Grab hold of that waterproof numerical keypad. You type in 303846, and you hear a very faint.
Ah!
I was so confident.
I like that idea.
Was
Now,
there?
with our flashlight, would we be able to? Does Dragon Feeney understand Morse code?
I'm going to guess no. Most people don't know. You guys
Okay.
don't know Morse code. Off the top
Actually,
of your
I know
head.
for a fact that Phoebe
Can-
does. We played Keep Talking.
Can we get the picture of the key and show it to her, or can we not grab that picture?
Yeah, you tried grabbing and turning this picture, but it is firmly bolted in
Yeah.
place.
Okay.
Can I draw the picture in my notepad? I'm an artist.
Well, if you'd like to examine the notepad that you have.
Well, yeah, let's look at the notepad.
Yeah, you and Dragon Feeney have been diving together for quite a while, so you know that the standard scuba hand signs don't cut it for communication all the time. So you carry these waterproof notebooks that allow you to communicate more complex ideas, and you can take notes if you need to. But unfortunately, you both forgot your pencils, so you're stuck using hand signs for now. I hate when that happens.
Why would I not bring that?
This is like the tiny little platform that you can't jump over in a video game. That's like blocking you off from taking that path.
Is there anything else with the 3 masts? Did anything else happen to the 3 masts after we?
We removed the bottles and then we got that Kent.
Yeah. Is the 3 masts? Are they? Did anything else happen to them?
No,
Or did
they're still there. They still have the bottles on them. Yeah,
Okay.
You've already used these. This
What
is
was the
not a good
second
use of
thing
it.
that happened with that again? I remember the thing.
Propeller turns.
Oh, the propeller turned. Right. So maybe that's what we use next.
Yeah, I mean, we have the propeller turn. We had those numbers that had depth, and then we have the pressure. Next
Yeah,
to it.
we have
Those
so many
numbers-
numbers. It's so hard to know. What else? What can we actually do or use? We have a direction lock, a 7-letter lock, and a number pad, right?
Yeah, and
So-
3 signs that have told us Morse code only.
If I might make a suggestion, I can tell you where a good place to spend your time would be.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Laurel actually had a Laurel had a good idea earlier whenever he was looking at the ship's wheel. Why don't you spend more time on that for now?
I was turning it to try to get direction lock inputs.
And it will not let us turn counterclockwise, only clockwise.
That's correct.
Okay.
We're looking at a situation where so we turn it 3 times and it clicks, and that would be like 12 or north.
We can just summarize that as up. Sure. So yeah, if you take the wheel in this position and you spin it 3 full times, the arrows, you feel a bump, and the arrow's pointing up.
Okay,
If
and then
the
you.
arrow pointing. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. No, sorry. It's so. Is up not actually up? Is that the troll here, or like? Because I already tried. Right. I already tried. If you turn it 3 times, it's up. If you turn it once, it's up. If you turn it 1.5, it's down. And so that gives you like a directional lock sort of situation. But that you said that was wrong. Is that correct?
The end result of what you tried
was wrong.
Not what you need to open.
Yeah. Right. Can we try the invert of that, or like
How about we just continue your set of logic? So you say if you spin it 3, it's up. If you spin it 1, it's up.
It's up.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you spin it 1.5, it's down.
Down.
That's cool. So if you start with the arrow pointing down and spin it 1 full time.
Yeah. Down. Oh yeah.
I thought you had it right. I got up, down, left, right, left.
Okay, thanks, Beast.
Let's go with that.
Let's wait for your friends and see what they come up with.
Oh, up, down, left. Left, right at the end, Beast? Is that what you had?
No, wait, I may have just hold on. Now I need to check.
Is it up, down, left, right, left, right?
Yeah, I have up, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
Yeah.
Great, yeah, you spin this wheel, you feel those bumps, you record where the arrow is pointing.
Okay, put it in the direction lock.
You grab hold of that direction lock, you type in the directions of up, down, left, right. Little panel on the side comes out, you type in BA, select, start, you get all of your lives, and you give it a tug, it pops right open. Well done.
Let's go.
Nice job,
How did we
guys.
not get that the very first time?
Because we listened to me instead of Beast.
What's funny is literally anytime I go in there, I always up, down, left, right.
I know.
I
actually said it in my head before we even got the direction lock. I literally almost said, how about up, down, left, right. But I literally almost said that.
Whenever you open this lock, you go ahead and open the remainder of the cabinet, and inside you find 7 waterproof bags. They are all sealed, and they're labeled as if they contain fish food. Each of the bags is a different color. Those colors are green, yellow, blue, red, orange, violet, and indigo.
Roy G. Biv.
Yeah, Roy G. Biv in the 7-letter lock. Yeah.
Sure, you head over to the 7-letter lock on the chest of drawers, spin the dials to spell out Roy G. Biv, give it a tug, but it does not open.
Dang it.
Now, does the order you told us matter? So it was green, yellow, blue.
Try also in the
orange,
order
violet,
that you gave
indigo.
us.
Yeah.
You want to do the...
GYBROVI.
Sure, I think that's John Bon Jovi's cousin or something. So yeah, you spin the dials to spell out Jabrovi, give it a tug, but it does not open.
Okay, that's not it. So there were 7 bags, was that it? And they had fish food in them, and they had those colors.
You can tell there's something inside them, and they're labeled as if they contain fish food.
Can we open?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good question.
Yeah, which bag would you like to open?
The green one.
Yeah, you open the green bag. Whenever you do that, a few morsels of fish food do float out of that bag. Before you know it, 6 cowfish. That's COWFISH. 6 cowfish have swum over and are chomping away happily.
Can we try cowfish in the 7-letter lock?
You grab the 7-letter lock, you spin the dials to spell cowfish, give it a tug, but it does not.
Wait, okay, it's the pink one, right? Because the thing was, so we just need one of them, and one of them's got it. Is it the pink one?
The
Or
propeller had a 2 on it, so one of these might have a 2 amount of fish that would
That's a good
spell
idea.
what's on the propeller.
yeah, we need to tie the hints together here, I think.
Let's open the next one.
Which one would you like to
Let's
do?
try yellow.
If you open the yellow bag, you go ahead and open that. A few morsels float out. Before you know it, 6 walleyes. WALLEYES. You have 6 walleyes. Swim over and are chomping away happily.
Okay, I don't think we should guess and check, right? Let's try to get the. Can I see the propeller again, or do you remember which one was?
Well, let's keep opening the bag.
Oh, okay. Well, it's gonna be. Is it? Well, okay. I don't know.
Now, let's stay on this, but let's keep opening the bag.
Okay.
Blue bag, please.
Sure, you open the blue bag, and that brings over 4 flounders. Flounders. 4 flounders are chomping away happily.
Red bag.
Yep, R, that brings you a desert pupfish. That's DESERTPUPFISH. 1 desert pupfish.
Okay. The orange one.
The orange bag.
Orange brings you 4 starfish. STARFISH. 4 starfish.
Violet.
Violet brings you 5 split fins. SPLITFINS. 5 split fins.
Did you guys get the numbers for all of those?
Yeah.
Give each.
I think
And
so.
the indigo bag.
When you open the indigo bag, that brings you 2 tiger sharks. Don't worry, these are the cute baby ones, not the big man-eaters. 2 tiger sharks. And now that you opened all the bags of fish food, I can show you this whole table right here.
Oh.
there
Yay.
Hold on.
Ooh.
12, 16, 17.
What do you think the numbers represent letters? So like 6 would be what? F, D,
Yeah.
A.
Oh, it could be a hex value.
I think we would. I don't think we.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything that complicated. I do like yours, DGR, about but I don't know if there's any other way to make sense of this.
Yeah.
It also.
Oh, the 6th letter of that word, maybe? Is that what you meant? So the 6th letter of cowfish, the 6th letter of walleyes? Can we?
I like that. Yeah.
This is the nice thing about doing a audio escape room instead of actually doing it. Can we do whatever that is and put it into the 7th letter line?
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you want to take the 6th letter of cowfish.
Yes.
It's like H.
Not H though, right?
No, it's S.
S.
Oh yeah.
S.
count.
Here, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y. Okay.
You.
S
You.
Y N D or U. Sorry.
R.
It just spells you suck.
Just don't tell. Yeah.
I don't think this is right because I think it.
T.
I.
But.
And I. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
try that.
Ciudity. It's gonna spell something reasonable. This is not gonna be it, but hey.
Yeah, if you'd like to spin the dials to spell out Sayadutri, give it a tug. It does not open.
All right. Well.
I like where your head was at on that, though.
How much air do we have left?
You've got a hair over 20 minutes.
You're just causing anxiety, Beast. All right. Gotta keep our head in the game.
Maybe we should ask the mermaid for a hint.
Yeah, this is. Oh my gosh. Okay, what else? What do we have all to do anything with right now? We have the fan that had 1 letter with a pink thing on it, and there's a bunch of letters and numbers there that we were not able to unscramble.
Just 1 number. We have the painting of the dog.
Yeah, the painting.
We have the painting.
We
have that
numbers. We have 3 numbers: 68, 87, 105. That we don't know, but may relate to depth.
Yeah. Right, 30, 38, and 46.
We have that chain thing too in the front of the boat.
The chain is where we got the 68, 87, and 105.
Is that where we got that? Okay. So
Yeah.
Maybe we're done with that.
That is definitely mocking us right now.
We have a number pad, right? Hold on, wait. Don't we have a number pad still?
You do, yep.
What if we try 6641452 at the number pad?
Good
Sure.
idea.
You type in 66411452 in that waterproof numerical keypad, but you hear a faint eh. I'm going to tell you what you've got on the screen is actually really close to the right solution. In fact, you've even said the right thing to do, just not in the right order yet.
Oh no.
Put them in order of the rainbow. Let's do it in the order of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow.
Oh, we're so dumb. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just Roy G. Biv unscramble the colors.
RYS
Dry.
UIT. Dry, is it?
Dry
I'm
suit.
done it wrong.
Dry suit.
Dry suit.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you put those letters in Roy G. Biv order, that gives you the word dry suit. What would you like to do with that?
We'd like to put dry suit in the 7-letter lock, please.
Let's go, baby.
Yep, you head over to that 7-letter lock, spin the dials to spell out dry suit, give it a tug, and it pops right open.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
Well
go.
done. Inside that cabinet, you find, inside that chest of drawers, you find a pencil, as well as a Morse code key.
Oh, hey.
Can we use that pencil to draw a note to Dragon Feeney to go check the front of the...
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
You grab hold of that pencil, you write on your waterproof notebook, "My dearest Dragon Feeney, how I've missed you. Hope you're doing well out there. If you'd be so kind, take a look at the front of the ship. Maybe there's a dog. Might be, who knows. Just could you look around? Pretty please. Okay, thanks. Bye." You tear that out of your waterproof numerical keypad, you roll your waterproof notebook, excuse me. You roll it up, stick it through the tiny space in the bars. She takes it, rolls her eyes at you, but she does swim off to the back. A moment later, she comes swimming back, and she is holding a key ring with a little old blacksmith's key hanging on.
Yeah. All right, let's open the lock.
Can she?
She passes it to you through the grate,
Okay.
and you sounds like you want to put that in the lock, so you go ahead and insert it there in the lock. You're a little concerned, it's old and rusty, might not work, but as you turn it, you feel that lock giving way. Well done, you've opened the lock, but the grate remains firmly in place.
Okay.
So we need the keypad thing then, right?
Yep, you do have a waterproof numerical keypad there.
So that's okay.
Okay, great.
So now the Morse code is all.
So,
Yeah.
so let's combine
Okay,
the ones
wait,
that
yeah.
say for Morse code on them.
Okay, hear me out for the Morse code. We do like 6-8, so we use the cannonballs to make 68 on the top, and then 87, and then 105.
Yeah, and I'm hoping the arrangement of the cannonballs is going to spell the answer to the, or whatever to the number pad or something like that. But yeah.
Well, let me show you this Morse code key here right next to the holes. What is it you'd like to spell using the
Hmm.
cannonballs and bungee cords?
Well, okay, so what we still have left right now is we have the propeller.
1, 2,
with-
3, 4, 5, 6,
we know the
7,
propeller
8.
was for Morse code only. What was the other thing that was for Morse code?
Yeah, what else was for Morse code
So
only?
the cannonball,
Bungee cords and
Cannonballs.
propeller.
And this.
Okay, can we do?
Pooh, we also have the propeller letters and numbers as well, right? We haven't used that yet, correct?
Yeah, we haven't used those yet.
So we have to use those as well. What are is that the only things that we have right now? Sorry, I still got a little confused about what we have left.
So we have the 3 letters 68, 87,
Yes.
105 that we got from the chain. We have the propeller that we've got left.
We haven't, right?
Random stuff, and we have the cannonballs.
Yes.
And
So
that's it. And that, yeah, so we have to gather a code.
so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 rows here. Not all of them have the same numbers of things on them. Can we try? Well, okay. So some of them, if you look at the Morse code, like let's say for like 6, you see how it's like a dash and then three or four dots there. Like I'm just trying to see if we can. Oh, I don't know. I guess they're not all going to necessarily fit. But yeah, what would happen if you did the 6 in the first one? If you tried to make that?
Yeah, so if you'd like to put a bungee cord in this first hole, stretch it over to the third, there's your bungee cord. And then you're going to fill it in with 4 cannonballs after that. It would look something like this.
Yeah. Okay.
How many slots? So there, how many?
Yeah, there's 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And how many?
There's
1,
eight.
2, 3,
There's
4, 5, 6.
also 8.
8 from the propeller.
Yeah, 8 from the propeller. Okay, so starting from the pink one, can we make the Morse code for, was it UHNODE, blah 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 blah, whatever the.
Yeah. UHNODE2R.
All right, so if you want to put a U here, that's going to be 2 dots and
Yeah.
a dash. You could do this.
Yes.
So what comes next?
H on the next row.
Okay, so
Yeah.
put H on the next row. So here's H.
Beast, are you thinking something different here?
Sort of, but it's not gonna work, I think.
And then N.
And I'm hoping this makes or spells something, but right now it doesn't look great. O. It doesn't fit, huh? Yeah, it doesn't fit.
Uh-oh.
That runs you into a little bit of a problem there.
I was thinking that the first line is 11 holes, and the code for 2 would take up 11 holes because it would be 9 plus 2, but there's multiple lines that have 11, so I don't think it's like each propeller thing fits one exact letter or something like that.
Well, remember, actually, the dashes take 3, right? So.
Yeah, so for 2 it would be 1, 2, and then plus 9.
Oh, yeah.
would be 11.
I see.
Oh man. And then you said there's a green glow on the grate.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yep, so that's actually a bioluminescent algae. So it is an actual thing that it's an animal that glows green. It's a type of algae that glows green when physically disturbed. Go ahead.
Is our flashlight UV? Like, could we shine our flashlight on it?
Alas, it's just a regular flashlight. It's dark inside the ship. You've been using the flashlight all along.
Okay.
It doesn't perform any special effects.
Can we scrape some of that algae off?
Well, it's a little tough to generate force. You can like rub your hand over it and it glows green, but you can't pull any of it off.
Can't believe it.
Like, there is, if I'm correct, there is only one Morse code answer that could like fill the entire row, like Beast was saying. But I don't know if it would spell anything. I just did it for the first 2, and I don't think it does. So it's maybe
the longest letter I see would be 10, which there's like 3 lines that have 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, it looks pink now.
It's changed.
I only see gray.
Yeah, it says for Morse code only, so we've got to find a way to Morse code this thing.
This is spinning.
It's just idly spinning.
Idly spinning for fun.
UH.
Just like the dry suit puzzle, where it ended with a normal English word, you're going to look for a normal English phrase based on this screen alone.
So,
Ruh-roh.
red.
I see end hour, that 2 end hour, but that doesn't make sense. That's
Run.
I also
Run.
see
2.
under O2. Does that make
Under.
I feel so dumb right now.
Under H2O.
Oh,
sense?
Underwater. Under H2O. Boom!
man.
You're amazing.
Yes.
what a
That's
legend!
good
Under H2O.
What a legend.
Nice.
Well done.
Okay.
What would you like to do with under H2O?
Start Morse coding it, I guess. Do you
Yeah, I
want to?
guess U
Yeah.
on the top.
Yeah.
Start with you.
Okay, so the U is going to be 2 cannonballs and a bungee cord. There you go. There's U.
Okay, I think that maybe the answer is maybe the circles left or the ones being made up in each row will be like an 8-digit code for the key number pad. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. let's do N.
And yeah, and
Do you want N right against it? Skip a space, skip a line. Where do you want the N to start?
Oh, how many letters do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Yeah, it would fill up the whole thing. It would fill up each row, but not fully. So I mean,
Well,
it might.
There's 8 of them, so I think we go with the 8, unless someone else has an
Yeah.
idea.
no, I think let's do that. And how much time
Alright.
do we have left?
Stop asking that.
Sorry.
It doesn't help us.
I'm scared.
A little over 9 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Don't worry, we have an
E.
extra hour. We could swim fast.
Yeah, that's right. We just swim faster.
So it sounds like you
might
want
lose
U
right
and
here
D.
with pressure, but-
Yeah, UND, ER, H2O.
R.
All right, let's do R right here. And then H is, here we go. There's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 is H. And then 2, that's the big one. So we're going to do, see if it'll fit. Whoop.
Oh,
It fits.
It fits.
Let's
There.
go.
And then O.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, can we just...
Oh, no.
Does
Oh,
it work
no.
if we would take 1, 2, 3, 4? What if we did rearrange it?
What if we put underwater? We'd do it underwater, but it's all across, like it goes straight across the whole time.
Oh.
Like the N goes next to the U.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Try.
So right next... Go ahead, sorry.
Could do that. Yeah, we could do that, but you are going to run into spaces where you're going to have empty space at the end of a line at some point.
That's fine.
Non-filled circles, hashtag or pound.
Right, I already got that. It's going to give us the number pad code for the unfilled circles.
Oh,
So the unfilled
number
circles.
of unfilled circles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the first digit is 6, 6, 4, 1.
But our last one didn't work, right? Or no?
Yeah, the last one didn't work. Is the problem? The O didn't work.
What if we just did...
But there's a 0 for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
one.
saying. What if we
Here's-
put it... Yeah. No, that's good, guys. We're
Oh,
good. We're good.
oh,
We have
it's
it. We
H2.
have it.
Oh, I thought it was
We have
H20. What? I was
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at the.
yeah,
I
we
was
have
looking
it.
at the wrong
We
one.
have it.
Yeah, we have it. Sorry.
Scientist.
Well, no, I looked at the pad wrong.
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
code.
was
Okay.
looking at 0.
I was looking at 0. Okay, so it's 6, 4, 1, 7, 5, 3,
Yeah.
0.
6417530 is
Zero.
what I got.
Yeah. 0.
So let's go put that in the keypad by the...
Sure.
Great.
You head over to the waterproof numerical keypad. You type in 641-75302 pound. You hear a click, and you've defeated that lock too. Well done. But
Are-
the grate remains firmly in place.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Can we
No,
like
can
rub
we
the
take-
algae?
And I kicked the grate.
Kick the grate. You can try rubbing the algae, but again, anywhere that this algae is physically disturbed, it glows green before slowly fading away.
So the last thing we have then is the depths, like the 30, 38,
Oh, the
46.
68. Yeah. What else is blocking us on the grate?
You can't tell. It's just being held firmly in place, and you know that some pieces glow green, but you can't really discern what the lock is.
Can we like use our finger on the algae to draw 68, 7, 1, and 5 like it's a ghost or something?
Sure, you can certainly try to trace some of these numbers there on the lighting portions of the grate, but to no avail. They just slowly fade away.
Can we ask Dragon Feeny if there's a lock on her side?
Yeah, you can write that in your waterproof notebook, pass her another note, but she's going to look around and shrug.
Okay. So we have
She's
the
gonna
numbers.
She's gonna leave us, guys. We gotta...
Sonic theme intensifies. Oh my God.
Oh man.
What else can we do? We could go to
can
those
I-
places. Sorry, Pooh, if you have any.
So it's like a grate, right? Like, could I stick my hand in the 68th grate, assuming it's one is at the top?
All right, so you're going to count from the top down. You're going to count down to 68, and you're just going to grab hold of the side of that bar, and yeah, that glows green.
Okay, grab this. Grab 68, 87, 105, 30, 38, and 46.
Yeah, so you make your way down to 68. You grab hold of one side of that bar, glows green. 87, yeah, it glows green and then fades. Same thing with 105.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna try 30 and 38 and 46.
Sure, you're going to count down to 30, grab that bar, glows green, fades. 38, same thing, and 46 as well.
Shit.
Can we touch every bar just to make sure they all glow green? And if one doesn't, could you let us know?
To the best of your knowledge, they all do glow green, but remember, this is hundreds of bars wide, hundreds of bars tall. You don't really have enough time to touch
Yeah.
all of them.
Oh, what?
Oh, we have. I mean, this is it. We don't know what lock.
Wait,
is.
was there anything in the drawers? I can't remember.
The
To
drawer
the-
is what gave you the Morse code key and the pencil.
Okay.
Right. So just to be clear, we've used and seen everything else, right?
This is This and 4 minutes is all that's separating you from the surface. No
I
pressure.
don't know. 68 minus 30 is 38, but that might just be random because I don't see that with the other numbers.
And you can also add them, multiply them.
Did the
We could
time
do
displayed on our watch matter? I'm sure it doesn't, but I want to make sure.
It does not.
Okay.
So we have bars that glow green when you touch them. We have tons of bars. They make little squares. Should we go like 6 over 8 down? Like, what is the?
Yeah. Let's do
Yeah, if you'd like to count 6 over, 8 down, you can touch that intersection, but it glows green before fading.
Face
There's
glows
like,
green
he
before
said there's
fading.
hundreds of bars, each row and column. So like,
Yeah. So don't think that's it, right? What is?
I can feel the steam rolling out of my ears right now.
Oh my gosh, my chat definitely knows.
I was gonna say your chat has got to be blowing up.
Oh, no, they are losing their mind.
I'm not even looking at mine.
887-105
Carl Blind.
30
Carl Blind.
3846.
So once upon a time, you guys got 3 numbers off of the chain: 68, 87, 105. Once upon a time, you got 3 numbers off of your dive computer by looking at the pressures: 30, 38, and 46. This is a good time to stop thinking of those as groups of 3 numbers and start thinking of them as pairs. You have a pair of numbers at the depth
Yeah,
of
68
pressure.
68 went with 30, right? So that gives you 38 if you like subtract them or
Or
something.
98.
Or 98. Yeah.
So what can you do with a pair of
Multiply.
numbers and the grid of the grate?
Okay,
oh,
so let me go.
68,
Okay,
30 like
yeah,
coordinates.
let me go 68 over and 30 down.
Oh, come on. I did the 6 and 8, but not the 68 and the 30.
You're so close, man. You count over a 68 and down to 30. Whenever you touch the intersection of those bars, you found a pressure plate built into the grate. You touch it, it glows green and stays lit.
All right, 87, 38.
87 by 38, another pressure plate, it glows green and stays lit. And let me guess, 105 by 46?
Yeah.
Yes,
You
please.
touch that and it glows green as well. And in doing so, you and Dragon Fiend are able to grab the grate, lift it up, and in doing so, you swim out free from the victory.
At the buzzer.
How much time do we have left?
Oh, hold on. You turn around to take one last look at the wreck, surprised to see the grate staying in place. This leaves the opening wide enough for the next unsuspecting victim. Now that you're safely out of the victory, you grab the line to head back to the surface, and you ascend at a safe rate to decompress. Your thoughts are interrupted when an adorable little sea turtle and a cute little dolphin join you on your trip up the anchor line there. They are happy to see humans coming off the shipwreck, because that has not happened in a very long time. You play with that turtle and dolphin all the way to the surface, and you wave goodbye as you climb out of the water, into the dive boat, and you head back to land. The end.
Aww. Good ending. Barely.
Well done. You had 1 minute and 20 seconds to spare.
Dang.
We were. I'm surprised how dumb we were with the battleship moment. That was the one moment.
Is there an
Nothing
image if
surprises
you
me.
don't get out? Like, is there an
No.
image for dying
Like
in the
dead bodies. So we do try to help folks get through to experience all of the game content. We can vary the amount of clues, hints, and nudges that we give along the way. But yeah, you guys did really well. That's some good teamwork you had.
Way to go, guys.
He
Proud of
he
you.
lied. No. Oh my gosh. Dude, that always happens to me. I tried 6 over 8 down, and then I'm like, nah, that's not it. It can't be anything like that. And I just think of completely different stuff.
That's how all the roadblocks in escape rooms. Like we do it one way and we're like 75% right, and then we're like, nope.
Yeah.
We're done.
You know what I mean?
That
That's-
can't be it.
I feel like that's the like real life or physical escape room equivalent of like when you try the combination on the lock and you're like, nah, it's not working, and you hand it to somebody else and they do it and it just works. Like it's you got to just try everything twice.
Ooh, I thought we were gonna die. I'm glad we didn't die.
Beautiful dolphin, a wonderful sea turtle.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad you like that. We do try to put some cute art into our games. Do you guys have any questions about the puzzles in the game? Did they eventually make sense, or what'd you think?
no, actually they all made sense.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
got them all at the end. Yep. Thank you, James. That was super fun.
Someone in my chat asked what the discount code was.
Ah, yes.
Streamers FTW, all one word.
And your website is?
Yep, perusal.com. Let me put this up on the screen here. That might
I
help.
think it's like this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, here we go. So streamers FTW. As long as you book in the month of July, you can play the game whenever. Just book in the month of July; they'll give you 20% off.
Don't be cheating though and booking this one, chat.
Yeah, don't be cheating and booking this one. You guys had 3 other rooms, right, or 2 other rooms?
We beat it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm really surprised for all of the really competitive folks that come through here. They finish a game, but they don't come back. Like, they're so competitive the first time. I'm really surprised nobody's come back a second time after they know all the solutions and try to set like a 4-minute record.
Well, that's the thing with being competitive, though, is you're also not a cheater. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have 3 other games. This is actually the beginning of a storyline. So in game 1, what you guys just played, so in what we call episode 1, you're trapped inside an underwater shipwreck and you try to make it up to the surface. Game number 2 starts at the surface. You get back into the dive boat and you see the captain's missing. So you have to figure out what happened to the captain and try to get the ship back to shore. So that was a lot of fun as well.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The lore is deep. I'm into this.
What was the captain's name again?
It was Captain Jack. So
Captain
that's
Jack.
actually what you need to know. Yep, in game number 2, it's Captain Jack, and he has a pet parrot named Kirby. Kirby features prominently in game number 2. So yeah, Captain Jack and Kirby both come back in game number 2. Game 3 is game 3 or 4. That's kind of my toss-up between the games that I appreciate the most. Game 3 is where we really got into it. So this is a very traditional kind of escape room game.
Yeah.
Here. Game 3 uses a lot of imagination. So it's a very creative game. In this one, you're trying to sneak backstage to meet a rock star. And so you're trapped inside a Broadway theater. So you have to make your way through the theater, the stage, the lobby, the drink area, the balcony. You got all this stuff to work with as you try to sneak backstage. Now, this one's a little weird because it was a commissioned work for a Bruce Springsteen fan club. Dang. They loved our games and they wanted one based on Bruce. So you're going to hear 21 references to Bruce Springsteen's life and career throughout game number 3. You don't need to know anything about him to enjoy the game, but I'm really surprised we haven't killed anybody yet because so many people make this a drinking game anytime that they recognize a song title as it comes through. That one's a lot of fun. Game 4, for those folks who are especially competitive, game number 4 is our longest, it's our most competitive game. It's called Pizza Makes Anything Possible. So the nice thing about this is we have a version of the game. It's the same game content, whether you choose the hard version or not, just a question of how many hints we give you. So if you want to try to make the no hint leaderboard, then that's an option for you on game number 4 called Pizza Makes Anything Possible. So we'd love to have you guys back for any of these. If you want to continue the story, that's episode 2. If you want the challenging one or longest game, that's episode 4, Pizza Makes Anything Possible. Love to have you or any of your streamers, any of the folks watching this on YouTube or Twitch. Love to have you guys. Streamers FTW gives you 20% off. You just have to book in the month of July. And all of this can be found on perusal.com. So I do appreciate you guys having me on. And if you take a look at the screen right now, you can see that we're Perusal Games, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That's where we put up a bunch of our team photos. Speaking of team photos, would you guys be all right if I take a picture of your...
Oh, of course.
Do
Let's
it.
go.
But you have to know, I'm going to be putting your team name, the game title, and your time on there. All right, let's take that picture in 3, 2, 1. There you go. I'll put your team name and time on there. That's going to go up on the social media. And look forward to having you guys back in another game. Did you have any questions for me?
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you very much.
Good. Yeah, it was a great time. Thanks, guys. See you soon.
See you later.
Hey, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Do you guys want to? I don't know if it's gonna kick us off this in a second. Do you guys want to
Actually,
take a?
if you'd like, I can leave you the room.
Please.
Yeah,
that'd
so-
be great.
Yeah, that'd
thank
be
you.
really good.
Yeah, sure.
So do you guys want to take like a 5-minute break or something like that, and then go with the next one, or?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super excited for the next, especially now that I know what we're doing, how does this work? Like,
Yeah, that one was. That one was definitely more like traditional escape room than the other one I did. The other one I did was less like locks and combinations and things, and more just like actually doing stuff. So I did appreciate that that aspect of it. But this one also made me crave regular escape rooms more too, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about. I want to get one where we have magic powers.
Yes, that's the one that you. Oh my gosh, yes, that was so good. I'm hoping that in some of the other ones that he listed, they do get more into that and less traditional. But I think the one that we've got up next is going to be very non-traditional, which I'm super interested in. So, this guy has like designed. He's got. Yeah, this guy has designed a whole bunch of rooms, and he owns his own room and stuff. It looks like it's going to be dope. We're actually debuting it. No one's ever done this one before, so.
Oh man.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
My only loss was the first time room.
Same with me.
Yeah, and we lost because they had hit a key in like a cuff pocket of these pants. And when we picked up the pants, the key like flung out and fell into a drain.
Oh,
jeez. He flipped out as a loss for us. I was so angry.
I remember, Pooh, did I do this one with you? I remember we were stringing like pieces of something together to go grab something, and we totally like cheesed it, and we had the wrong number of things on it or something. Yeah, so we like didn't do it right at all, but we still grabbed the key or something like that, and it just ended up. Yeah.
That was
Oh god, that was funny.
All right, cool. Yeah, 5 minutes. Do we have 5 minutes?
Sure. Yeah, if you want, whatever you guys want.
Sure.
What sounds good to everybody?
Yeah, 5's great.
Okay, yeah. So I'll send you guys the room set up. All right, chat. I'm gonna
be another. Is it another Zoom meeting?
Yeah, it's another Zoom meeting.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So we leave this one then.
Yeah.
I think we leave this one. Yeah. All right.
This
I'll
is
see you
my
guys.
first time ever
So
using
so
Zoom.
people on my stream, you're not gonna be able to see me, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything about it. So get wrecked. But we'll be back soon. Because I suck at technology.
Bye.
Be right back.
Yeah, you guys might be able to hear me still. So like my webcam won't work while I'm also, will it? Yeah, my webcam won't work while I'm also in Zoom. So I'm here, but I can't show my webcam. But I'm gonna go get this set up, and then I'll be back. So we'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes probably. Same, Tina. All right, I have returned. We're just getting this next one set up. Should just be a moment here. I hope you all enjoyed that. I freaking love escape rooms. It's something that we've always done at GDQ events, and we weren't able to do GDQ this year because of COVID. So this was like our way to kind of hang out with all the people that we normally get together. This is a dark stream. As soon as... Okay, yeah, here we go. Sweet. Hi there.
Hello.
Let me get the code for everybody else. Oh man, we are now hyped for the escape rooms after that last one that we just did.
Was it good?
It was a very solid room. I liked the puzzles. I liked the theme. It was more traditional escape room though. Like we were even doing like combination locks, direction locks, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And like to me, I'm like, if you're gonna use the online platform, like I like it when they add the creativity that you can only do in that platform.
Right.
Yeah, but it was still very good for a traditional escape room.
So yes, fair warning. You're gonna be playing like 75% of it. You're gonna get to the end, but I'm still gonna be adding stuff this coming week. But this will be fun. I think.
Okay. Cool.
It's gonna be a little crazy, so we'll see how it goes.
Let me just let me get the link for everybody else in here. Okay, I'm just gonna mute myself for 1 second, and hopefully we'll all be here in just a minute or two.
Cool. Take your time.
Okay. Hopefully you can still hear me stream. Ramen, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Sorry, by the way. Let me get all this set up here. Yo, we got a poo. I'm sorry I won't really get to read everybody's donations and everything else. So. There we go. All right, we are back. Hi, Boo. Oh, you can't hear me. Hi, Boo.
Hey. Long time no see.
So this is Tommy. He's our escape room expert.
We will see.
Is it like a game master in this?
Yeah, game master, dungeon master. I mean, because this is sort of like a mixture of like DMing and GMing, so it's kind of like DGMing or something.
DGRing.
There we go.
DGRing.
Like it's yeah. So I'll come back. Half-Life reconfirmed.
Yeah, that last one I was panicking because I couldn't get past the CAPTCHA when I was trying to get in. I failed it 4 times. I thought it was going to ban me.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's better this time. First try.
First try.
Oh jeez, I am stoked after that last one to like not suck. I don't know.
That one, no, I feel like that one was harder because of a lack of proper visual. Like,
yeah.
Dude, you're telling me like if I were
Christ,
dude,
did you solve the JFK like murder? Jesus, what was all that?
Well, as my Uber driver was trying to tell me the other day, JFK was murdered by aliens. So.
Wow.
Oh, I love it, Pooh. I love it.
If we would have had the grate, like if you would have had that, like a picture of the grate. Right?
Yeah.
We would have. I would have been like, oh yeah.
If I could freaking imagine things in my head, then it would have been fine also. But I'm very bad at it. If I have the visual, it's. Yeah, if I have the visuals, it's so much easier for me.
Yeah, we also kept forgetting, like, have we been to this thing? Like, if we were there, we'd have been like, no, that was that thing. Like,
yeah. In the other room that I did from Trapped, they had like actual art for each of the different things that you were doing, and in my opinion, it made it a lot easier, at least for me, to visualize what was going on, because the art was like really good. It was like the actual thing. It wasn't like like a figure representation or something.
Oh my god, Pooh, your camera moves. It freaks
me out.
No Johns
though.
Yeah, no, I have my camera moving. I never get to use this, so I have it on right now. Yeah, it's like rotating back.
Whoa! I just noticed it.
Hey, look at this.
That's so dope, man.
This is the high tech. What do I want to say? High quality display we got. This is easily the most worthless piece of stream equipment. I use this. I like literally right now. I'm using it just to try and justify it because I never use this ever. I wish I could zoom in and zoom out too. Like that's the one thing I can't do.
Yeah, I noticed that during the first one. I'm like, is that move? Every time I'd look over, whose face was at a different angle. I'm like, is that moving?
All right, are we all ready to get going?
Yeah, so a couple of really weird things for this. So this is a work in progress. You're going to be playing the full thing, but it could go completely off the rails. So if that's the case, that'll be fun. This is being built for a podcast some friends of mine do called Escape This Podcast. They do audio-based escape rooms. This is going to be a wacky one. We're recording it next week. So yeah, you guys get to beta test the first full version of it. So
Sweet.
it'll be fun. Chat needs to be open, so everyone should have your Zoom chat open. I will be
alright.
sending you messages, text, or links throughout. You'll have to click on different things. So yeah, you'll see it's going to become much more important at a certain point. So just be aware that chat is going to be used. I'm also going to be sharing my screen at different points. So this is an example of what that looks like. I will be drawing things for you. So just be aware. I think it's gonna try to claim your whole screen at different points. So yeah, so there's that.
If you guys want to, by the way, when that pops up, if it full screens you, there's an option to make it so that it doesn't full screen you. If so, you can still read the chat, for instance, while that's open, but only if you like click the drop down when he goes to the screen share. I don't know if you want to. Do you guys want him to try it again to try it or?
Okay,
Yeah, I can try it.
Fine for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, chat's like a separate like Windows.
Okay.
Cool. So this is going to be a little more role-play-y. You don't have to play characters; just be yourself. I will be playing the omniscient DM, GM, narrator, dungeon master, what have you. You will be playing yourselves. I'll also be playing a couple of characters. Basically, it's cooperative, but you will be getting stuff along the way that only you might see. That will not happen until a little bit later. You'll know when that's going to be happening. When you read something to yourself, you should share it with the group. There's no reason to hide it. We're not playing Werewolf for Mafia. It's cooperative. But imagine that you're getting information you want to share with the group. And then it's going to play out. Your goals are cooperative, but you are in charge of your own actions. So if you want to do something, say what you're going to do. If you say, I've climbed the ladder, you've climbed the ladder. I will tell you the consequences. So once you can discuss what you want to do.
Oh, boy.
Once you lock into what you want to do, that's your action and what you've done. It's hard to die. You have to really try. I will give you narrative guardrails to say,
And die.
if you would-
the first escape room that you can actually die in. Let's go.
That's the thing. People want to do stuff that they can't normally do. So I will give you guardrails and moments to say, like, are you sure you want to do that? And if you say yes, then you may not enjoy what happens. That being said, I will try to keep everything on the rails. You can also ask for help if you'd like along the way, but you are a seasoned group. I do not think you need that. And with that, ready to start when you guys are.
Let's do it.
All right.
What happens if
Yeah.
one of us dies? Do we become ghosts and haunts? Like that? I'm actually really concerned about this. Do we with,
We'll
like,
cry.
Carl, please try this combination.
You also have to wait-
level,
we're dead.
streamer.
Avenge me!
We have to start our stream over, like.
Yeah. Also, you have pen and paper ready. It's not going to be as crazy as your last game, but one last thing. I'm going to give directions about like certain room layouts. You do not actually need to know where things are in the room. All you need to worry about is what is in the room, not where it is. Cool. With that, let's get started.
Let's do it.
You wake up. Your eyes are closed. You slowly open them to a pleasant humming sound mixed with a rhythmic thumping of a heart. Hello. Thank you for bearing with me. I am sure you must be very confused right now, but don't worry. Everything will make sense soon, I promise. In the meantime, to help you wake up, I'd like you to share the last thing you remember. Be brief, but specific. You are wearing purple jumpsuits and sitting on Spartan metal chairs in an otherwise empty gray room. A person wearing a white jacket bearing the name Roland stands in front of you, awkwardly reading from a clipboard and staring at something on the back wall. You may even glance back and notice the black wall is blank. Each of you squints and thinks to yourself, what is the last thing I remember? Your memory is hazy for some reason. It's hard to latch on to anything. Let's start with you. A. You look down and notice you each have a lettered patch, A, D, N, or R, on your otherwise identical jumpsuits. Now, A, please raise your hand and share with me the last thing you remember. Would A please raise your hand? Thank you. It's okay to be confident. Thank you so much, A. What's the last thing you? Oh, go ahead.
I was eating pizza, and then I felt something hit me in the back of the head.
Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing.
I'm D.
Oh, thank you so much. You were D?
Yes, I was D.
Please.
Yes, I was at a gentleman's club.
Ooh.
Yes, appreciating the arts, and that is the last thing I remember.
Very good. Thank you so much, D. N, please raise your hand. Thank you, N.
I was in a swimming pool and I swam down to the bottom. That's the last I remember.
Very nice. And just for posterity, R, if you could please raise your hand. Thank you so much, R. And what's the last thing you remember?
I was eating a lot of tacos and drinking water.
Very good. Thank you so much, all of you. Now, I understand that sharing may have been difficult or awkward, but don't worry. Confusion, haziness, and some memory loss are common side effects from this intake process. You'll be back to normal in no time, I promise. Now, if you could please stand and follow me. You stand and follow Roland out of the room and down a long metal corridor. The halls run on in all directions, and it feels like an endless maze. If you weren't following someone, you'd think it'd be possible to get lost in this place probably forever. As you walk, you notice the word live, L-I-V, spelled out in thick letters in the back of each of your jumpsuits. The hallway seems grid-like, as if there's some sort of organizational structure to this place, but you struggle to grasp it. Every hallway, door, floor, ceiling, it looks identical. It's impossible to get any kind of bearings here. Roland stops in front of a thick metal door. How Roland knew to stop at this one is beyond you because the door is blank. Roland taps their watch and types on the keypad, too quickly for you to notice what buttons are pressed. The red light on the keypad turns green as the door disengages and a gust of air rushes out. You walk through a small antechamber, noticing a strange, foot-long gap that runs between the floor wall and ceiling. You take care to step over the gap and come to one more door. Roland beckons you to open it, and you, after another whoosh of sterilized air, step into a large room. I'm happy to draw this for you if you would like. The room is roughly 20 feet by 40 feet. You've come through the south wall. To your left are a series of beds labeled with the same letters as your jumpsuits. A small vent peeks out underneath one of the beds. A bookshelf is in the northwest corner. There's a table, some chairs bolted to the floor in the middle of the room. There's a weird set of lockers in the northeast corner. In the southeast corner, there is a little privacy area that has a shower nozzle and a toilet with a drain at the gap. And lastly, there's a sink along the south wall with no mirror. And as the door shuts automatically behind you, you notice in a plastic case on the back of it is a daily schedule. Everyone got this? We got a sense of it?
Sure.
Okay. Here are your accommodations for the duration of the study. It's been built for your comfort and safety. This daily schedule on the back of the door is, well, we'll follow it daily until you get discharged, and that's weird. This schedule is completely off. Please ignore it. Don't even look at it. I'll have a new one put up tomorrow. A staff member such as myself will be along at every interval to help you with these routines. As it is already late, we'll end today and begin bright and early tomorrow with day one. I will let you get settled. You really should go to bed soon. Sleep well. And with that, Roland heads to the door, taps their watch, types into the keypad, and exits, leaving you to yourselves.
All right.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Hey, there's 2 beds and 4 of us. I call a bed.
Oh,
There
we can
are
share.
2 sets of bunks, so there's 4 beds.
Okay,
2
there's
sets of
bunks. Okay.
Yes.
I want top bunk.
I call Beast. Can
everyone's like, I'll sleep with beef. Okay. First thing I'd like to do is grab that schedule. Possibly.
yeah,
Okay.
I want to look at the schedule.
The schedule's on the back of the door in a plastic case. Think of something you'd see at a rec center or a movie theater.
Oh,
I'm gonna share it with you because as you stare at it, you notice something strange. The plastic. So the schedule looks like this, but you notice something. There's a scratch on the plastic. You see that the 5 is kind of furiously like scratched around, and there's a line that's scratched over to the U. And then the 6 is also scratched, but the line kind of fades as if someone was interrupted.
Okay. I don't know if you hear my dog. I'm really
Okay.
sorry.
Well, I mean, right there, 5 to you. So 6 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd go to the end.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's almost like we did this puzzle in the last one. Hey. No.
Brain move right there.
So wait. Are you gonna keep that up on the screen? Cause
Look in the chat.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know if I necessarily have it set up to do this, but let's
Yeah,
go.
Chat can't see this, but
Don't worry, they can see it on mine. All right, so we got you, and
7D,
the
8E.
imagining that one's R.
It is.
so what's the letters?
B.
Under
Under
Bed.
under beds.
Wait.
Okay. We would like to search under the beds, please.
Are you sure that's?
Wait. Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say bed. Hold on.
Wait,
What? Under bed A. Under bed A.
That's my
sorry.
bed.
Yeah. So you look and you see bed A actually has a vent peeking out from underneath it. But
Oh, yeah.
why would something tell you to look at something you would just investigate on your own? Well, you decide to look at the vent first. The vent is large. It goes under most of the bed. It's like 2 feet by 3 feet. It's made of very thick metal. The grating is really small. You can barely get a finger or two inside, and you feel there are screw heads around the edge of it. You can't see them. It's too dark. They feel complicated, like there's some kind of special tool you might need. The vent is really secured. You can't lift it. It's very, very secured. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you see there's a yellow wire running along the inside of the vent, along the wall. You can't get to it, and you can't see where it goes, but the yellow wire is inside. And you're done investigating. You don't really see anything else of note. And that's when you think about what you deciphered. Under bed A. And you turn your head around. The bed frame is metal. And as you stare at it, you do notice something is scratched into the metal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So in the metal, it says, "Don't." Well, I'm definitely reading this out loud. don't read this out loud, and don't look at this too long. They're watching and listening to everything. If you don't, keep in mind we're all reading this silently in our heads, guys.
Yes.
They're watching and listening to everything. If you don't act quickly, you will not survive. The experiment will end sooner than you expect. And there's nothing you can do except escape. The facility has no exit, at least not a normal one. But first, you'll have to go
And what's strange is the writing doesn't stop. It's scratched into the metal, but as the writing goes on, the writing becomes more erratic and harder to read. The U and the N are the last letters that are legible. After that, it becomes almost like an animal scratched something into the metal. You can see the scratching goes along the frame, along the legs of the bed, on the floor, and that's odd. It goes into the vent.
Okay. So,
Okay.
seems like someone possibly got dragged.
Or turned into something?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can we go back to that room layout, please?
Yeah, what was the bookshelf in the corner, was it?
Yeah, you go to the bookshelf. The bookshelf, it's pretty empty. There's one book on it. It's a gray book. It looks like a textbook. There's no writing on the front or back of it. And you lift it up. It's empty and blank. The pages, they're completely smooth. You hold them up to the light, looking for secret writing of some kind. There's not. It's an empty, giant textbook, which is weird. And that's when you go to put it back and you notice something. There's something written in the dust, as if someone carved it for you.
02C or
Or is that an L?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That might be
It
an L.
could, no, it could be a 2.
It looks like a 2 and a C that are handwritten, but that circle thing,
Yeah.
it looks roughly the size of a dime, and it looks like it was traced.
Huh.
Circles first.
Oh, use that to see? Use like a hole to see? Is there a hole that
or
or
might not have. Yeah, we probably don't
We
have.
but we have the drains by the shower too. I don't know if we could look down the drain or something.
Yeah, you look at the holes in the drain and the sink are both really small. They're basically like millimeter size. They're tiny.
Oh.
There's
Okay.
nothing inside.
Do you mind pulling the room layout back up?
Sure. I didn't save it, but I can. Oh, I did. And here you go.
Perfect. Good. So there's the bed. That was
They have
the
examined the
Lockers,
beds.
right?
Yeah.
The lockers, yeah.
The lockers are weird. You don't even know how you know they're lockers because they're entirely smooth and there's no locking mechanism or handle or even hinges. You don't even know how many technically there are. It's just like a giant smooth, yeah, kind of like what you have behind you. And you push them and nothing happens. It's weird. Yeah, they don't open like that. Yeah, whatever mechanism opens these things is entirely on the inside.
Okay, so
There's no way to see into them or anything. It's just a.
Yeah, you try your best, and you pull on them. They're firmly bolted to the wall and floor. They're even at an angle at the top, so you can't climb on top of them. And they're pretty tall and spacious. It seems they're like 6.5, 7 feet tall.
Is it possible to turn on the water in the shower?
Yeah, the shower. You kind of go into the little privacy area. There's a toilet. Looks like a prison toilet. No tank.
hold on, everybody. Hold on. Give me some privacy. We've been in there a long time. All right.
That's true.
Good.
Yeah, you push the flush button and it flushes just like an airport toilet, high pressure, no tank of any kind. The shower, it's pretty. The nozzle's pretty strong. All 4 of you could hang from it and nothing would happen. There's a little button you push and it turns on the shower. You can't adjust the temperature or the pressure. It's got one pressure, sandblasting, and the water is freezing. There's a little soap dispenser next to it. It dispenses a brown sludge-like substance that smells vaguely of pine. You're really starting to question when Roland said this place was built for your comfort.
I feel
Can
like
we
there's
aim the shower head?
It seems pretty stuck. It seems got one spot on the floor it aims at.
not
Okay.
not to switch gears, but something's telling me there's something under the table. Like there's
Sure, let's check out the table.
hint under the table or something.
Yeah, you look at the table, it's pretty blank. It's just got screws and sockets and things, and they're tamper-proof, so that thing is firmly bolted down, as are all 4 chairs.
We
Okay.
can't look under the table.
Yeah, you look under the table, there's really nothing there, it's just
Okay.
shadows and dust.
What was it that's to the right of the door again?
The sink.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
go to the sink, there's no mirror, but there's a sink, something again akin to a prison. If the shower is high pressure, the sink is not. It's barely, dripping water out. It's freezing. You do notice something. There's an orange pipe beneath the sink that is pretty big, and it drains into the hole in the floor. You can't get access to it. The pipe is seemingly very well secured.
Can I pick up the
Um,
chairs next to the table?
The chairs are bolted down just like the table, and as you're examining the top of the table, you do notice something green in the reflection of the brushed metal, and you look up on the ceiling. You do see a green wire running along the top of the ceiling. On one end, you see it has a giant microphone dangling from the top. It's covered in like a metal case, so you couldn't damage it if you wanted to get up there. And on the other end of it, along the wall, the green wire connects to a large camera with a red blinking light.
Okay, so we're being watched. We already knew that. What can we use or do anything with?
And with that, the lights begin to kind of fade. You think, and you're feeling kind of tired. You think you might want to go to bed.
All right.
I'll go to bed.
Enough of this jailbreaking. Let's just.
Not urgent apparently.
I mean, yeah, you've got a couple days, it feels, for the experiment. You're kind of getting sleepy. So you start to get into your relative beds, and you discover the beds are not very comfortable. The mattresses are thin, the sheets are attached to the mattress, the pillow and sheets are stained. You get comfortable as best you can, and as you fall asleep, you swear you can hear a strange, heavy breathing coming from the vent. As you finally drift off, you dream of a rocket taking off, a crew begging for help, and seeing a giant light somewhere in the distance, something wanting to know something. And you struggle to wonder what that is, and then you wake up. A loud alarm is blaring, and you feel restless and uneasy from that strange dream you've had, that each of you coincidentally had. Roland cheerfully enters the room holding a clipboard and carrying a tray of pills. Good morning, everyone. How did you sleep?
Terrible.
I'm so happy to hear it. My apologies about that incorrect schedule. As you can see, I've gone ahead and replaced it. And if you look at chat, you see the schedule now looks a lot less interesting. It seems to have been corrected and the plastic scratching has been removed. As you can see, we are beginning to wake up right now, right on time. We're going to go into spot check, bathing, and medication, and then exercise. I hope you're ready for a fun day. Now, to begin with spot check, please empty out your pockets. You turn out your pockets. You didn't even realize you had them in the jumpsuits, but none of you has anything interesting in there anyway. Good. I'm so happy to see you're behaving properly. I will be collecting anything that's not approved for the study. Now, could you please follow me? Roland directs you to the lockers. Roland taps their watch, and the first locker pops open, revealing a set of brand new sparkling jumpsuits that are identical to the ones you're wearing. If you could please grab a new jumpsuit, go to the privacy area, shower, put on your new jumpsuit, and leave your old one in a pile on the floor here, next to the table. After you're done, we'll administer medication, and it'll be time for your exercises. Now please, get started. One by one, and not seeing a reason to fight back, you take your jumpsuit, head to the privacy area, you bathe quickly under the freezing cold water and the disgusting soap, and put on your new jumpsuit, leaving the old one on the pile, on the floor. As the last of you leaves, something strange happens. The drain from the shower begins burbling up with something. It's a dark red liquid. It doesn't smell good. It smells kind of like burning hair or rubber or something. And you notice this burbling liquid is coming out of the toilet and the sink drain as well. Roland looks at this horrified. Not again. Please, forgive me. I am going to go get someone from facilities. Roland hurries away, tapping their watch, putting in the code, and leaving you to your own devices. But you notice something. Roland has left behind a few things.
Let's see what Roland left.
Well, you see on the table, next to the pile of your old jumpsuits with their pockets still turned out, you notice that Roland has left behind the medication tray and a clipboard.
Read the...
Get his clipboard, yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the clipboard.
You look at the clipboard. It's on a clear plastic clipboard, and it's got a piece of paper that you swear you saw Roland reading from. And the clipboard is completely blank.
Can we look at the medication?
Yeah, what are the...
Yeah, you look at the medication tray. It has 4 paper cups, and each cup has 3 sets of pills. There is 1 circle, 1 square, and 1 triangle. The pills are white and blank and roughly the size of dimes.
Could we take the circle cup?
Yeah.
There are 4 cups. Each cup has 1 of each pill, so each cup has a circle, square, and triangle in it.
Okay, so could we take the... Okay, I would like to, and just me, to test this out.
I'm in favor of this, Pooh.
Yes, I would like to take the circle pill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want anyone else to die. Now that I know who died, I would like to take the circle pill, consume it myself.
Okay. So D, you take a circle pill. It's hard to dry swallow it. It feels weird, but you swallow it down and you feel fine.
Now I would like to look at the clipboard.
So you look at the clipboard. It's blank, but then something strange happens to you. You see something.
Hey.
What do you see?
This pill has some sort of magic on it because it allows me to read what is on the clipboard. Notice for all Rolands. All Rolands is what it says, meaning there's more than one. All hands on staff meeting during exercise routine. Required attendance for all departments. Monitor live carefully. Aberration in previous iteration. Examine file and records for details. Dosage restrictions. Ensure all 3 medication types are taken at once. Otherwise, senses may develop. Do not allow more than 2 of any one medication to be taken at once. If extra senses notify Arnold immediately. 1 extra counsel, 3 supradecibel, 4 spatial sensory. Probably spelled that wrong. 5 forbidden only for Arnold. Also, I want to mention that in this thing, a T is circled and an O is circled as well, or that has a square around them.
And based on your amazing reading of that, all of you have excellent memories, and you can picture this perfectly. And so,
Thank you.
so you are not reading this; you are just imagining this.
Okay, so we can take multiple of the same pill, or one person could. Is what it was cautioning us against, right? So you could do that on purpose, potentially, to get potentially cool abilities that might be useful to us. That's what I got from that. Did anyone else get anything interesting from that?
I wanted Pooh to take another D.
Yeah.
Or a circle pill, I mean.
Whoa.
I think I'd have to take 3. I think I'd have to take 3.
Have you ever taken 3 Ds at once before, Pooh?
Not since I've been married, you know?
DGR is dead.
Oh,
Okay, could I take 2 more circle pills?
Maybe one at a time, question mark? I don't know. Or
Yes, okay, so Carl, can I borrow your circle pill, please?
here you go, buddy. Don't spend it all in one place.
Please, could I also borrow your circle pill?
yeah, sure.
I would like to
Unzip. Wait, no.
Yes, I would like to consume both of those circle pills, preferably.
Okay.
Me-
You're a real champ for dry swallowing 2 more dime-sized pills, but you
I
do
got
it. Your stomach feels a little bit weird and queasy, but you get them down, and you feel fine.
All right.
2 of anyone may be taken at once.
What were the other pills we had? We had a square and a triangle one?
Yes.
Does anyone want to try one of the other ones? I mean, I can do it, or someone else wants to try it.
Do not allow more than 2 of any medication to be taken at once. Vector senses develop.
Yeah, it says supradecibel, which maybe Pooh has like super hearing now. Maybe he should listen to the drain.
Yes.
That we heard the growling.
Could I go listen to the drain?
Yeah, you give it a listen, and you don't really hear anything. Your hearing doesn't feel that special.
Okay.
Conical? What the heck is extra conical? Spatial
maybe
sense.
like for your vision.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Colors.
Vision.
Okay.
And sensory.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a 6th sense.
You're right. So 1 lets you hear, 3 lets you, or 1 lets you see, 3 lets you hear, 4 is like spatial.
Well, I've swallowed 3 circles, and I apparently can't hear any. I'm not hearing any.
Differently, yeah.
And Pooh, if you were to still look at the clipboard, you would still see it. No one else could see it.
Okay.
So you do have some sort of like special vision right now.
Can I look around the room? Like, let's
Look
say
at the scratch underneath the bed too. Again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the scratch looks the same.
Okay.
I would like to look at the sink where the mirror would be.
Yeah, there's just a sink.
I would like to look at the lockers or the bookshelf.
Yeah, you see the lockers. The locker is still open, the first one. It's empty on the inside. It's pretty sizable, though. You could fit a couple people in there and have a party. You go to the bookshelf. And
Great book.
The book is
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
book.
Good idea. Yes.
yeah, you go to the bookshelf, and you notice it does not look the same as it did before.
Sweet.
Okay, I would like to. What is different about the bookshelf itself?
Check your chat.
Oh. So, guys, it looks like
I
a
can't
medical
see.
textbook. The words are big and complicated, and hard to understand, and the book is filled with boring graphs and data. But then I turn and see images in the book, and they are horrifying. Graphic autopsies, dissections, you know. We're cutting things up. The bodies are scarred,
Including these words.
hurt, and disfigured horribly. I don't want to look at it. I can't handle it. It's too much.
What if you were to take another pill? Would you want to look more?
I mean, I might as well. You know what? The 3 pills.
This is how we get the bad ending right here.
Pill, please.
You want to take the 4th pill?
I will take the last circle pill. Yes. I have
Okay.
only taken circle pills.
Okay, you take the final circle pill. There are no circles left. You feel a little bit weird, but you don't feel like your vision has enhanced whatsoever. You just feel a little weird now, but yeah, you feel the same.
Who did not die?
More pills to poon.
I feel like. Well, what
You
about
did-
these triangles?
You do want to glance over to well, you think about how Jacobson, or excuse me, not Jacobson, Roland came in and out of the room. There's a keypad next to the door. I'm gonna give you a very quick walkthrough. As you can see, it's very useful. There's a red light on the top. It turns green when the code is entered correctly. As you can see, the numbers have nothing on them, and beneath it is a weird hole that seems to fit some kind of USB stick if you were to have one.
Can Pooh look at the panel and see anything on it?
Yeah, can you see
Yeah.
like fingerprints or anything?
So now you look, and you have to stare at it a little bit longer than the others. And this is hard to see, but there is something there.
Right. I am pulling it up right now. It is a keypad, but it is not ordered correctly. I noticed that. Up top we have 3, 4, 9, then 1, 5, 0 in the second row, 2, 8, 6 third row, 7. It looks like C, number C, and then a star.
And now that you have that down, you feel like any code you get, you could probably put it correctly.
Okay. All right, so we're potentially looking for a code to get out of the room.
I don't know. Maybe I
Look
should
around-
take one of the pills.
I was thinking
you-
this.
As you debate which pills to take, you look around the room, and you just see the only thing you really haven't looked at is the pile of jumpsuits that you've taken off, their pockets turned out.
Let's look at those and the pockets. Yes, I want to look at everything in the room with my.
Everything looks the same. You don't feel like anything else is jumping out to you, D. But for, you look at the old jumpsuits. There is nothing in the old jumpsuits. They're completely empty.
They don't have letters or numbers on them or anything like that.
They have the letters that you
Yeah.
had on prior and the words LIV on the back.
Yeah. Okay.
But you
Okay.
are wearing brand new jumpsuits.
Is there anything in our new pockets of our jumpsuits?
Yeah, you would be surprised if there were, but sure enough, you reach it and you find scraps of something in your jumpsuits. 4 of them.
Can we look at?
Oh, they're in the.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay.
The door code is how many participants? And I'm gonna need to open more windows here. Our study number of the minutes in the current time. Can anybody brain this together better than my jank setup right here?
I'm trying.
Is I maybe 1 instead of I? Or 1 study number? I don't know.
The bottom left. It's like.
Oh god.
The current time.
The door code is how many participants
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys handle this one.
are in your
You have the special vision.
Oh god, I have like there's too many windows. If I had an easier way to do this, I have like 700 windows open.
minutes in the current number of minutes in the current time. The number of people in your study.
Minus the number of minutes in the current time.
Well, I don't know if that's minus. I think I got that mixed with minutes.
Yeah, it's minutes.
I think it's
minutes.
and
Yes.
the minutes in the current time.
So 4.
Is there a clock anywhere?
Okay, so
There is no
yeah,
clock. There's not even any windows in the room. And as you are sorting your scraps of paper on the table, the door opens, and in walks a man in a yellow jumpsuit. He has a large wrench on his belt along with a walkie-talkie. There's something written on the wrench, but you can't see it as he moves. He looks at you awkwardly. Excuse me, he mumbles. He looks around and sees that the red disgusting liquid is bubbling out of the drain still. He goes over to it, inspects the toilet and the drain, and then heads over to the sink. He takes his wrench and puts it against the pipe, and it fits. He then pulls out his walkie, hits a button on the top, and begins to talk. Yeah, this is yellow. Can you hit orange? Another clog, it seems. He then puts the walkie down and opens up one of the pipes. Immediately, he is blasted in the face with this foul-smelling liquid. God damn it, he swears. He wipes his face off and puts the pipe back. He grabs the walkie angrily. I said orange! I swear to God, do you know how this place works? Is this your first... Oh. Well, what did you hit? And at that moment, the lights begin to flicker on and off. No, I didn't say red! No. We're gonna go over this again. I don't care if it is your first day. They shouldn't have you running this. Red is power. Orange is plumbing. I'm yellow. Got it? And do not even hit green. Yeah, I don't care. Idiot. The lights flicker back on stably, and he sighs as he puts the walkie down behind him. He pulls the pipe out. It is long. It comes out of the hole in the ground beneath the sink. And he sets the pipe down, the red liquid kind of dribbling out. He sighs as he stares into the hole, rolls up his sleeves, takes off his watch, puts it on top of the walkie, and begins reaching in and pulling out chunks of something inside of the hole. He's pretty focused on his work right now.
Can we look at his watch to see what time it is?
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, the watch is on top of the walkie. You may not want to inspect it right next to him, but you could probably get it away from him if you wanted.
Could we...
Maybe a pill gives us like stealth ability.
You feel like you are preternaturally stealthy. He's also pulling out weird chunks of something. He's pretty preoccupied and kind of mumbling to himself, so I think you could probably do it without getting caught.
Yes.
right.
B would like to sneakily, specifically him, not me, observe what time or what the watch is saying.
Well, you let's just say you kick the watch and the walkie away from him, so now you can inspect them if you'd like.
Okay, what time is on the watch?
Well, the watch is weird. It looks like a watch. It's definitely the one that Roland was wearing. It's got a wristband and a clasp, and well, the watch face is weird. It's just a triangle. There's no writing. There's no numbers. It's a flat, smooth piece of metal. There's not even a button on it.
Could I look at the watch?
Yeah, can Pooh look at it?
Yeah. Do you look at the watch and it's got nothing. It looks actually more like a piece of jewelry now that you see it. There's nothing on it. You don't even know you thought it was a watch, but now it's blank.
The walkie-talkie. I would like to examine that as well.
It looks like a walkie. It has the talk button and it's got the speaker and mic on the bottom, and on the top it's got 4 buttons. They're colored. One is red, one is orange.
He said
one is yellow, and one is green.
He said absolutely never press green, so I'm gonna just go over there. You know, I haven't taken any pills. I haven't really. I'm sort of expendable in this situation, so I think we're gonna just sneakily tap that green button right there. It's nice and shiny.
You hit green, and the orange button that was pressed pops up, so only one button can be hit at a time. You hit green, and nothing happens.
Well, fine then.
Can we call for green?
If you would like.
Like, I guess where the guy doesn't hear us, though.
Yeah, if you go in the corner of the room by the bookshelf, he probably can't hear you.
Whisper in.
I would like to also steal the wrench, if that's possible.
It is currently attached to his belt with a carabiner and an elastic band, so I don't think you're able to get that.
Never mind.
I mean, we could just like
overpower it.
We could overpower it. Maybe that's not a good idea. Do you want to grab?
You went to the corner and said green.
Well, I also thought the watch is shaped like a triangle, and nobody's taken the triangle pill
True.
yet. Maybe
Also
that
true.
could be let you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's taking the triangle pill?
I'll take the triangle pill.
Do it.
R.
Attaboy.
I could just see like the entire game crumbling before. Oh wait, did he lag out? I think Tommy lagged out.
Tommy.
Oh no.
Tommy?
Oh no, you killed him when you took the triangle.
Yeah. He was like, "This isn't going according to plan. Bail."
I'm out of here.
Later, nerd.
When you took the triangle pill, you killed him.
What if it's part of the puzzle?
What if it's part of the puzzle? Shit.
I mean, what if he was the custodian guy and he's, I don't know. The goop is killing him.
By the way, did anybody write down what all the things were now that we're here? I wrote down red equals power, and I totally spaced on all the
Orange
others.
is plumbing, yellow is the guy in here, and green is you don't want to know.
Yeah, no to green.
Okay, we could also call the power and tell them to turn it off, right? Or something like that.
Oh.
Because I assume it's the person in that like job, right? Like you're like if you push the orange button, you'll be talking to someone from plumbing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming.
So, Tab, you're gonna take the triangle pills though when we have that opportunity, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Because I feel like we could either do that or interact with the walkie-talkie.
Well, I think we probably want to. I'd imagine we want to take all the pills at some point.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to stay normal.
We could
Man.
also just give them all to poo. Like, and see
I know that is,
Superhuman.
I mean, that's the one thing. Do we want one person to take all the pills, or do we want each of us to take one pill each? You know?
Yeah.
I mean-
Hopefully, we'll get some information that tells us which pills we need to take before we just YOLO take them. But that's
Bottoms up.
Yeah. I don't
can't
know.
believe it, though, that someone needs to take this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And there are 4 pills total, or
no,
three.
it's 3.
circle,
3
square,
squares
triangle.
and 3 triangles, or 4. I'm
Well,
sorry.
there's 4 of each.
4 of
each.
each.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I've taken all the circles.
All right. Cool. Let me go see if I can find Tommy real quick. 1 second. Let me see if his and my
looks like
he
he's-
says and my
Yes.
power went out. Thank you, Los Angeles Water and Power. Oh, he's back.
I'm
Nice.
back. Sorry about that.
No
good.
problem.
Yeah, that was fun. I was talking right when you threatened to assault the guy.
we already killed him. We're out of here. We didn't need you.
done.
We're flying the ship home right now.
Great job. That's a record. Okay, so
I think Fab R wanted to eat a triangle pill in hopes of reading the triangle watch. I think that's what we were.
okay. And I was going to say, assaulting a guy while the camera's on.
Yeah. Oh.
But we can.
He just went out again.
Oh, I was gonna say we can turn the power off with the.
Well, we did just turn the power off in Los Angeles, so maybe we should try something.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, my power keeps freaking out. Okay, well, let's keep going as fast as we can, and if I die again, I am sorry. Okay, so Thav, you take a triangle pill.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay,
And-
you take 1 triangle pill, and you feel completely normal. You feel actually a little refreshed. It's good.
Ooh.
And I look at the watch.
And the watch looks exactly the same.
All right.
That's
then.
not good.
Should we force another one down?
Yeah, 4 triangle pills or abandon this strategy.
we could try
Well-
turning the power off with the red button, and then steal stuff from him. I don't know.
Yo, because the camera's on right now, right? So what if we
Yeah.
want to whisper we want to say into the walkie-talkie with the red button down to cut the power? Or I'm still not exactly sure whether we're talking to people on the other end and telling them to do it, or how that situation is. YOLO, try it.
I mean, we might as well try.
I pushed down the red button on the walkie-talkie.
Okay, you push it down. The other buttons pop up. Red is the only one selected.
I say turn off the power in. I don't know. Do we know what are we doing? We're gonna get. What are we doing?
Say, hey, this is the maintenance guy. They sent
Yellow.
the wrong place.
Yeah, this is
The
yellow.
power he's switched. Maybe like
Okay.
it's an on-off, and he like
I like it
set
that-
to the opposite.
Okay, so who's gonna radio that in?
Who's pretty good at talking to people? I mean,
Hey, okay, here I got it. Hey, buddy, it's me again, Yellow. Sorry for getting so mad at you. I know your first day can be really hard. I remember my first day here. I was super confused. Don't worry about it. Listen, do you remember that? Guys, do we want him to hit the green button or the red button?
Red button.
You remember that red button? You mind hitting that for me just one time, please?
And the person says, "Who the hell is this? I'm not. It's my first. It's not my first day. That's Orange. The idiot over there. What do you want? This is power."
Oh, you know what? That's my fault. That's my fault. It's a long day. I'll talk to you soon. Click awkwardly. Over to Orange, where I repeat verbatim the exact same thing.
Wait. Don't we want to actually get Red to push the button, though?
Yeah. Orange is plumbing. We could, like, mess
but
with
we were
the...
talking to Orange first, and he had access to...
I think... Did he? Oh, okay. Oh, is that how it works? Jeez, I don't understand how this works. All right.
Yeah, because the first guy, he hit the red button, and then something happened. He hit the yellow, you know.
Oh, okay.
So we click the orange button, and I say verbatim, "Hey, buddy, blah, blah, blah. No, it's your first day. I'm really nice." I'm throwing my voice so it sounds like the guy, because I have that ability, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. That's just a stupid So I'm mimicking the maintenance man voice as well, and I say, "Hey, buddy, could you hit that red button for me?"
And he kind of sighs and says, "You were really mean to me earlier."
Well,
Butter 'em up, Pooh.
we got off on the wrong foot. I apologize for that. It's been a stressful time at home, as it is for everybody right now. You know, the pandemic. I'm sorry about that, but do you mind you know what? If you can't hit the red button, try the green one.
But you told me, like, to read the manual and follow procedure. I'm not supposed to touch anything except orange.
All right, buddy. You know what? Hit the orange button first. Just go ahead and hit that orange button.
Oh, are you done with the clog? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. And with that, the guy working on the pipe is blasted with red sludge as it erupts in a geyser. He is livid. He's kind of stumbling backwards. His face is covered. He doesn't even see where he's going, and he is pissed.
Perfect. Tell him to hit the red button. Tell him that was great. That was great. Now you just gotta hit the red button.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully some got in his mouth.
Okay, hey bud, that actually backfired on me. I'm really gonna need you to hit the green button now because there's sludge going everywhere.
But that's the one you told me not to hit, especially. Like, if I hit that, I'm gonna get in huge trouble. And will you cover for me?
I will, I promise.
Well, listen, the all hands is coming up soon, and I don't want to be late. So here's what I'm gonna do. You cover for me. Got it? Okay. I'm gonna hit it and have it automatically come back on in 5 minutes. So you got whatever you gotta do, and then I'm gonna go. Okay. So just cover for me, and green will come back in 5 minutes. Okay.
Sounds like a great idea.
And don't be late. I know we can't be late to the meeting. Okay.
Gotcha.
So with that, the radio goes silent, and you see the camera light has turned off.
Ooh.
All right.
Can we overpower the...
Let's overpower the sludge man.
Get him!
It doesn't feel like it would be very hard. He is now blind with the sludge. The geyser of sludge has stopped. Whatever was in there as a clog is now dislodged. You see piles of bones and this red sludge everywhere. And this guy's just stumbling around blindly. You overtake him. It's not hard. And you need to figure out where to put him.
Well, we got that nice
in the
locker
lockers,
right there. All right.
Okay, you slowly shove him in the locker. He doesn't really want to go, but he can't really object. He can't really even see right now. Anything you want to grab before you shut the locker? You feel it's going to be a one-way trip.
Grab his wrench.
Yeah.
You grab the wrench off.
Does
the
he have a
carabiner.
USB stick at all?
You
Anywhere
check
on
his
him?
pockets. There's nothing that you find. And with that, you feel like 5 minutes is pretty nearly up.
Before he goes in the locker, I'd like to gently caress his face and whisper in his ear that it'll be okay.
And you feel him kind of like quiver at your touch, and he feels actually a little bit comforted by that.
Aw.
And as
Truly
you,
a man of the people.
yeah. And as you shut the door, you hear him whisper, "Thank you." Yeah, you shut the locker,
Oh,
and
before we shut the locker, I would like to shove the arm sleeve. I would take one of our old suits, shove an arm sleeve into his mouth to create a gag as well.
okay, you shove one of the old jumpsuits into his mouth,
I was thinking about gagging.
Yeah,
Good call.
and you hear him mentally retract the thank you. Yeah, so now he's gagged, and yeah, you ready to shut the locker?
I think
Yes.
You shut the locker, and you maybe knock back at him, and you hear nothing. It's pretty much soundproof. You look back up, and the camera light has started blinking again, and you wait, and nothing. No security, no alarms. Whatever you just did, you got away with.
Sweet.
Could
right.
we shove the sludge into the drain?
It's kind of like congealing. It's like separating into like fat and like weird stuff. You probably don't want to really even touch it. It's pretty messy.
All right, what do we do with the wrench? So we have the wrench.
Yeah, you look at the wrench. Now that you have it, you see it says A48 and the wrench is yellow, but you aren't sure what that means.
A48.
Wasn't there
yellow.
something that we needed special tools? Was it
That was the grate.
Table
that had
or
a-
something?
Yeah, the grate.
Yeah, the grating is really small. There's no way that wrench would probably help you open that at all. It wouldn't even fit under the bed.
What about the piping under the sink? Is the pipe still off from the sink?
Yeah, he was getting ready to attach it again, but it kind of blew off with the geyser, so it's kind of next to the sink, covered in sludge.
I remember we had to circle to what would it?
We did that. We took the circle one to be able to see. So we did that clue, but we haven't done the clue yet where we have the number of people and the time for the pad.
That's true.
That's the keypad to get out, right? Is that right?
And
And
you-
the keypad is weird.
And you think back to the since only D you were only able to see the clipboard, but you did mention the weird shape on that note, circling two things, and you do notice that that weird shape was the exact shape of the square pill you have.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh,
it
where was
was
that?
square.
Oh,
Yes,
we had a
yes.
square.
Notice for all Rollins.
Mm.
Notice for all Rollins as well.
Yeah, the notice for all
Oh.
Rollins had a square under meeting and records, or
So Thab is taking a triangle pill, right?
Yes, he has. He's only taken one.
We need
Yeah.
someone to take a square pill, guys.
all right, I'm doing it.
Yep.
Ends squaring up. Let's go.
Okay, you got one square.
All right.
Could you look at the note that I have right now?
With the square.
Yeah, no one else can see the note, but you maybe read it out loud, and it's weird. At certain words, and your brain tingles.
All meetings, all hands staff meeting.
Which
That's
no.
where
You aren't sure what that means. It still
Meeting,
echoes in your
meeting.
head, but it's weak. You don't know what that means.
Okay, take more. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take 2 more square pills. What do you guys think about this? Everyone,
'em.
everyone agree with this?
Yes.
Take him, baby.
All right, I'm going deeper on the square pills. How many do we need to take for the?
You can take up to 4.
Yeah, I forget what we had in mind for like what we need for certain special abilities or whatever. But
Yeah, if you just take one, it says you don't. That would be normal. You have to take 2, or
2 or
you have to
3.
take more than 2 to get extra senses.
okay, well let's take 2. Look at it, and if that doesn't do anything, take 3.
Okay, so you've taken up to 3 now. So yeah, you think back to the word meeting, and you have new thoughts.
Oh, okay. So I get.
Let me read it again. There's also another word here. Monitor, live carefully. Aberration in previous iteration. Examine file in the
Records. Okay, yeah.
records.
So what
Nice
happens?
Audio effect.
Well,
Okay. It says so. I get meeting. You could get there now if you were in the hallway. Records. You could get there if you were in the hallway.
And it's weird, and that's when everyone else notices, and your head is tilted towards the door. You feel like you're sensing things out in the hallway, and you
Oh.
can navigate to them without even having been there before. You just certain keywords seem to trigger the navigation ability in your head, like you're somehow spatially aware of things.
Gotcha. So that's a spatial sensory awareness.
I think Thab should take some more.
Yeah, I think
Triangle
I
pills.
should take 2 more triangles.
To go all the way to 4. Take them all.
Yeah, let's take the rest of the. I'll take the rest of the triangle pills.
Okay. You take the rest of the triangle pills. They're kind of hard to swallow. It's a weird shape, but you get them down. And yeah, you don't really feel any different. Your stomach's a little bit queasy, but you're fine.
How about we check out that watch now, Theb?
Yeah, can I check
Are there
the
any more
watch?
words that
Or-
can do something with me?
Yeah, the watch looks identical. It doesn't look any different. You think back to what you saw Roland do to the watch.
What did
Yeah,
Roland
do you guys
do?
know what Roland did?
He would tap it like that. I think.
mess with. Can we mess with the watch? Tap the watch? Do anything to the
Yeah,
watch?
I will tap the
tap-
watch.
You tap the watch.
Okay. A cheerful voice has told me that the time appears to be 6:03.
Oh, okay.
Minus the number of people. Oh wait,
No, and
there
I
was no
think.
minus. It was just
it was
and.
minutes. So that could be for the keypad then.
Does the cheerful voice know if this is 6 hours or 6 minutes?
You think it was reading a time like a regular watch.
Okay.
So it's
So it would be. Is the number of people in your party and the minutes in the current time, which would just be
is
or
it
in your study.
Is it 3 or is it like hours converted to minutes?
It says 6:03 6:03.
You didn't recall Roland doing complex mathematics whenever they tapped the watch.
Would it just be 4:03? Like,
Yeah, is it just 4-3 then, or
4 and then
what?
3?
That seems too simple. Or 403, or is it 46? Can we try 4603 and 43? I don't know.
You try the first 4603 using the keypad vision that D has. 4603 does not work, but then you try 403 and the red light turns green.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So
maybe
you-
Laurel should investigate because he.
Yeah, so you lead the way. You step through the large, weird antechamber. You step over that foot-long gap in the floor, and you come out to the hallway. And you have a moment. You feel odd. You orient yourself to the space and kind of close your eyes. And the rest of you look around. You see
Oh.
there are colored pipes that run along the ceiling. It's interesting. There are different colors. You see some of them are all faded. There's one that's bright, though. One colored pipe is yellow. You feel like maybe you could follow it around. The rest of them seem faded and maybe not worth following. And then, you have some new senses that you can share with the group about where to go.
Okay, so on the left, I sense a sense of organization and structure. So I'm guessing that's. So whereas on the right, I feel a large gathering of people. So the meeting is happening on the right, and the left is like something in the ship, I guess, something structural.
We also have a yellow wrench for. Maybe that relates to the yellow pipe.
I also want to point out that the door we just left says "live" on it. Using my super special sight.
Okay, are we live or are we live?
I like it. Well, just like it says behind DGR's head
Yeah.
right now. Oh, when he moves.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like, yeah, it was placed there by chance.
Live, yeah.
Trying to match it up.
Okay. So I can sort of get a sense of what's going on. So can I to your left? Can I kind of go down the hall and see what's on the left?
Yeah, it's weird. The halls all look identical, and you feel like you get lost, but you're sort of, if you go in a certain direction towards organization, you feel like you could get somewhere.
Okay, cool. So let's go try to do that.
Yeah, you walk through the halls. It feels like you're just making it up as you go along. You have no idea where you're going, but after a moment, you stop in front of a blank door.
The door we're looking at says records.
Ooh.
And there's no keypad. Also, just to check everything you brought with you, you've got the walkie, and you've got the watch, and you've got the wrench with you, and that's it.
Okay, walkie.
Is the door able to
watch.
be opened?
Yeah, the door does
Wrench.
not have a key code or a keypad next to it. You open the door and you walk into a room. It is very large. It has hundreds and hundreds of files and bookshelves and cabinets. You notice it's not very well organized, but you do kind of see the numbers 1 through 1,000 are spread out in that room. You could probably find a file if you're looking for one in particular, but it's tough to browse.
Is anyone's senses tingling? I don't have senses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we need to start eating more pills so everybody gets senses?
I think we've eaten all the pills, haven't we?
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
taken all the pills.
all the
Oh,
pills
we
are
have.
down.
Okay.
Yeah, you've
Gotcha.
taken all the pills, and yeah, it's weird. You sure there's something in this room. You kind of glance around. The only thing that sort of pops out in your minds are the things on the back of your jumpsuits.
Live.
Okay, can we look up the record on Liv?
You would love to. You just don't know how to find it. It's the numbers
okay.
1 through 1,000.
Gotcha.
Is that Roman numerals? Roman numerals?
Oh, 4. What is L? 54?
L is
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah, I think it's 54.
Yeah, I think it's 54.
Okay.
Can we look
Okay.
at file 54?
Yeah, you go and you see file 54. It says operation in current stages, and you see your names. You see A, DGR, Deepu, and Laurel are Fab, and your names are just there. It looks like they're collecting data still. There's not much in here.
What about 53?
Yeah.
Yeah, you dig through and you finally find a 53. It takes a bit. It's almost like this file was deliberately hidden from you, but you finally find it. And, well, it's strange. You see your names again. A, DGR, Deepu, and Laurel are Fab. And D, N, and R, your names are crossed out, and the word discharged is written next to them very officially. But A, your name is circled. And it's kind of creepy. There's something written next to it in very frantic handwriting, and it says extreme abnormalities. Subject manifested significant resistance despite treatment termination. Status unknown. Presumed discharged. And you notice handwritten next to this is a square. It looks very similar to the ones on the Jacobson note, but it was written. And then you see a note to DGR, and handwriting looks very familiar to you. It says, "Wake me up. Hurry. You need a key card from the meeting." You don't really know what that means.
Wake me up, hurry! You need a key card from the meeting. Well, we can go. I know where the meeting is. I can get
Yeah,
us
we know
to
where
the
the
meeting.
meeting's at.
I mean,
And having stared at that file, and you feel something.
oh,
I
I feel
I don't feel anything.
okay. So I feel a space that I can navigate to, a place with an ominous feeling. Let's do it. Let's go dig up DGR's corpse or something.
Yeah, what? Who am I?
So, okay, you walk out of the room, and you, against logic, you decide to go to the place you feel a bad feeling about. You navigate through the hallways, and eventually you end up at a blank door with a keypad next to it that looks identical to the room you left originally.
Oh
Should
boy.
we try the same code?
Well, okay, the watch has probably changed. Can I tap the watch?
You can. Anything you notice, D? Pooh, anything you notice?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the chat.
Oops.
It says L11.
There we go.
Okay, so now
Watch when we said the bottom thing.
I was looking at my chat.
Oh.
the time is now 6:17, so maybe we should try 417 if we want to go in.
Yeah,
We
and
wanna-
the keypad is laid out the same way, and you put it in. The door opens. But it's something surprising. You see a wall, a metal wall, and you wonder how that's possible. And you think back to that foot-long gap you stepped over as you entered and exited your old room. And whatever hangs above that foot-long gap has come down, almost like a blast door, has filled that space. And you think to how big that door must be. It's at least a foot wide, filling that gap, and it's probably not possible to come up. And R, do you hear anything?
There's some scratching coming from the door.
So I'm getting an ominous feeling. We found the scratch marks going into the vent. I feel like, yeah. I feel like there's
And
friends
now
within.
I also hear a high-pitched sound. It's kind of like a scream, but it's definitely not human. It might have been, but definitely not now.
Is that supposed to be me? Who am I?
I'm thinking you're like cloned.
Yeah.
Something weird with me going on here.
And you all hear it now. Something is on the other side. It's heard you.
Oh, it's banging.
Right. Is this our time to get out of here, or is this our time to like?
We should maybe
Right.
check out that meeting and wake someone up.
We have
You-
a wrench.
You feel like it's hearing you. It's
Oh.
Let's
Wait,
communicate.
call DGR's name. I don't know. Yeah, R or A.
Hello, is anyone there?
We attempt to make contact.
Yes, contacting.
It is bang, bang,
Just
bang.
bang.
Just bangs. Let's bang back.
Can we use the wrench to bang the door?
You can, but you feel like it heard you. It only began banging after you heard it say something.
Okay.
Are
We should.
you trapped, creature? Bang once for yes. Bang
two for now.
Oh, we got a bang. One for yes.
Okay. Okay.
Are you in trouble, creature? Bang once for yes.
Uh-oh. 3 bangs.
Do you understand
No.
that?
Do you understand? Bang once for yes, 2 for no. All
Okay,
right.
we're understood.
All right. What do we want it to do? What do we want it to do?
Are you able to break out if you want to? Bang once for yes.
Okay. No.
3 bangs.
What's
So-
the 3 bang mean?
I don't know.
Wait. We know the. Oh no, we don't. We don't know how to get through the blast door. There's a vent. There's a vent in the bottom though, right? Can
Now,
they?
does the creature only understand me, or is it understanding everyone? right
It
now?
feels like anyone
Can-
asking a question it's responding to.
Can you climb through the vent? Okay, so what if it climbs through the vent back to the other room? See where I'm going with this? And then we meet it in the other room?
Do we want to meet it?
I mean, I just, you know what?
We want to meet it. I think
We've
It's
taken all these
communicate.
pills. We're safe.
I'm not
seems,
safe.
it seems to be very eager when you said that.
we're meeting us in the other room. So
You guys go. I'm staying here. You guys have superpowers.
Look, DGR, it's your past self, all right?
All right, I'm coming.
Or something. I don't know.
You feel this thing's strength beginning to wane a little bit. You think you could probably get one more question out of it.
Will you hurt us?
And there's a resounding silence, and then a very hesitant.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right, let's go.
It had to really think about that one.
other room. Fine creature, person, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
We will meet you in the other room that you're
Alright.
crawling through the vent in.
The vent.
All right, so I will use my navigation.
And with the last energy, you get a very bad feeling. It seems to be a little bit too eager to meet you.
Oh boy. It said it wouldn't hurt us. Why would it lie to us?
I mean,
It's pretty cool. Like,
It's
I wanna
pretty
know
cool.
what if we? Okay, look, I can see this going 2 ways. Potentially, we need to unleash it on the meeting or something like that. You know, maybe we need to unleash it but stay safe so that we can use it to our advantage in that sense.
What if we split up?
Oh God.
You feel like at the moment you may want to stick together.
Okay. Okay.
And so as you stand there, yeah, you feel like you can go back to LIV, you can go to records, or you could head to that group of people that you felt before.
Yeah. But what
Let's
if? Do
ghost
you want to
it.
snoop on the meeting a little bit first?
Yeah,
Bef-
go try and listen to the meeting. What
Okay.
room? What room was the monster meeting us in?
Our previous room, potentially,
Live.
maybe.
LIV, I be.
Yeah, live.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna go to the meeting.
Yeah, let's check out the
54.
meeting.
Okay, you feel a little odd, mixed feeling about going to a place where everyone you're trying to hide from is currently sitting, but you.
We're
decide
keeping
to
our
go there.
distance, okay?
You're social distancing. That's safe. You head to leading the way, and you get to a large door. The door has a window in it, and you can peek through. It is a large auditorium, stadium-style seating. Hundreds of people are inside this meeting, it seems. You just see the backs of heads. And someone is at the front in a white lab coat. There's a presentation probably about you. You can't really see it. But you do see something. There is a empty seat in the back row, very close to the door. And draped over that is a lab coat. You feel like one of you could probably sneak in if you were being extra sneaky and could grab it.
DGR, I'm gonna nominate you for this one.
The man without the superpowers.
It's also his
Look,
last
just saying, if you go down, then it's less of a loss to us, Dijar. It's only fair.
Very true. That's true. I'll do it. I will
Okay.
go in.
So if all of you are able, if you're able to mute yourselves and turn off your Zoom cameras, all of you except DGR,
Okay.
need you. You can listen. You all put your ears to the door as you listen and hide yourselves. And DGR, you're now entirely on your own. Step into the blackness of the auditorium and head to...
I'm not gonna leave.
Yeah, bathroom. God, these kind of people, man. This is why everything's gone off the rails.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Have you been down to incubation today?
I haven't been there yet.
Are you kidding? That's the first place you're supposed to go to check in. Everything's screwed up. LIV, man, it's off the rails. They're probably
We
gonna
have to be
torpedo it
very,
right after.
very quiet, chat.
That
We have to
doesn't
be.
sound-
Yeah, I let you guys listen.
They
Hopefully you
didn't
can hear.
use
I
my
don't. I took my
For some
headphones out,
reason,
so I can't
something
hear.
happened.
Carl
Something-
Lurkin 42.
Whoever it was, I hope it wasn't you, didn't follow the manual. They said it was misprinted. They said there was an error in it. But we always do 3,
Very
1,
quiet.
4 for the wake-up procedure. That's always
Dude,
been part of
DGR's
the
got
process.
this.
They don't even have the right wake-up memory.
We come back and DGR is dead.
I did. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll get it fixed.
I mean, just sit here, pay attention. That's what you got to do.
I'm gonna pay attention.
And
We're
as
hunting
you look forward
Woshis.
like a diligent soldier,
I know
person
no
next
level
to
of
you
appropriate ball.
notices something. The purple jumpsuit on underneath your lab coat.
Oh, did
Say,
he say that we could listen?
where were you
Uh-oh.
before
I hope he
this?
didn't say that we can listen.
You feel like you should probably.
Well, you guys can listen. I don't know what's
I'm gonna
happening.
Get out of there.
DGR's
Where are you
face says
going?
it all.
I have to go to the bathroom again.
Jesus, you hurry! And with that, you burst out
Oh,
the door.
okay.
You can turn on your video and audio now. You see, A has emerged wearing a white lab coat bearing the name Roland.
Nice job.
It wasn't
DGR.
easy.
Did I do this right? Okay.
It was not easy, but I got
And
some
so-
information.
So yeah, you can share. All of you heard your ears for the doors. You kind of heard that, but you can discuss what you heard.
So I'm dumb and I thought we weren't supposed to listen, so I didn't listen to any of that. So what'd you see, DGR? How'd it go?
Well, Arnold is the man in charge, so we got to be really careful around Arnold. We were supposed to go to incubation to check in, and the wake up procedure is always 314.
Okay, Roland and Arnold, by the way, are like the exact same letters, so that's interesting. Anyway,
It is.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wake up procedure was what again? Sorry.
314. It's always been 314.
Pi. That's pi. I don't know.
Yeah, we also got a creature that might want to eat us waiting at the...
We are the pie for the creature. Let's go feed it. All right, DGR, your job is done. Let's feed DGR to the creature.
Carl, could you lead us to this incubation?
As it turns out, I know exactly how to get there. I think maybe I'm gonna try. All right, I'm gonna feel it out.
Are we gonna ghost the monster again, or are we gonna?
Now we're ghosting the monster right now. By the
I
way.
don't know how long it's gonna take him. All right, you know.
Yeah, it could take him a while.
Yeah.
and sitting there at the vent waiting, being like, I swear to God, the guy said they'd be here. Maybe there's traffic or something. I hope they're okay. You narrowly walk through the hallways. You're anxious. You're worried about the meeting and everything you heard. And you get to a door. It says exactly what you'd expect it to say. D. It says incubation.
Oh.
The security grid looks similar. There's a weird USB slot, as every key area has it, but there's no buttons. Instead, there's a slot for a key card.
Hey.
GR check his lab coat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
good idea.
check the lab coat, and there are a couple things in there. There is a vial of pills. You have a triangle, a square, and a circle inside of it. And you also have a key card.
Can we use the key card, please?
You can. It opens the door, and you step foot into incubation. Your eyes adjust. It's a bit dark, and you are not terribly surprised, but it doesn't make what you're seeing any easier. You are seeing rows of columns of tubes filled with you. Fully grown versions of you floating there, labeled. One is there's an A, there's a row labeled a D, the third row is N, and the fourth row is R. And you see a control panel. The control panel says wake up, and you see it has a dial. You can turn it to an A, to a D, to an N, or to an R. There's a note that says you can only wake up one at a time. And it has a warning. It says, do not forget about wake-up procedure. Proper dosage required.
Okay.
And we have the
Below
wake
that
up
it's-
314,
Oh, so
right?
circle 314 could be the circle, right, for pi?
Well,
Oh.
okay.
So
no,
you give them the circle pill?
No,
That's what
'cause we'd want to give them all 3 pills if we wake this person up. We'd want to give them the 3 pills.
Because that's the proper dosage.
Then they get it's the proper dosage, and they would get sight, sound. Otherwise, they're like, this is what I'm gathering.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense,
Wake them
too.
up and do nothing. They're just going to be a blob.
Yeah, I get you. That makes sense.
Oh.
You think
Also-
back. You think back to the clipboard. You have really good memories, and so you think back to the clipboard. There's probably something important on there.
Yeah, the clipboard says 5 is only for Arnold, and we've taken
Mhm.
4 of some.
Mhm.
I mean,
You
that was
are.
kind
of Arnold.
It's weird the way those numbers are spelled out. You don't think it's the number of pills. Is there anything else it could be?
Oh, 314, the order of pills?
Oh.
Oh.
Yep.
And you think, how does that relate? But which pill is which?
Who's got the
okay,
sight?
so conical is sight, which was the circle. Decibel is hearing, which is me. And then Carl got spatial sensory.
I have-
Oh, yeah, because a voice is whispering to me.
Yeah.
for the time. So the triangle is 3, the circle is 1, and the square is 4.
Yeah, you think about the number of sides on those shapes, and it feels like that might line up.
Oh,
That
it
does
No.
line up.
I got it a
Almost-
different way.
Almost like that was intentional, but you got it. So you see the warning on the control panel says, yeah, wake up procedure required. You think you might have the right dosage then. And then there's a note below it that says, only do wake up procedure in orientation. And with that,
And we can only wake up one, right? Like, who are we waking up anyway?
EGR.
Gonna wake me up.
Yeah, we're gonna wake up his clone.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, I know the way to get to orientation if we need to go to orientation.
Okay.
so you're going to wake up at EGR.
Yeah, let's wake up an A, right?
So yeah, you set the dial.
likely to die.
You set the dial to A, and you hit the button, and you see the tube next to you with an A in it. The liquid drains out, and the tube lifts up, and out kind of stumbles a fully grown A. It's covered in sludge. It kind of shakes off. The sludge dries quickly, and they're nude. They're cold, and they look at you, and they seem kind of bleary-eyed, confused.
Should we give him the pills? Triangle.
Yes.
Did it say?
square.
Wait. It said only in orientation, or what was it?
It says you can give the dosage in here, but to do the unlock procedure in orientation.
Okay.
Should I give him my lab coat? So he's not
It's
cold.
naked, right?
Yeah, it's naked. It doesn't really want your lab coat. It doesn't really. It kind of looks at you oddly. It sees. It likes that you're wearing the lab coat. It doesn't really want the lab coat, but it does notice the A on your jumpsuit and feels kind of like staring at it for too long. It's something odd.
Yes, I think we. I mean, I say we give them on to
Yeah.
the clone the pills.
Take the pills. Let's do it.
Okay. What order do you give it in?
Triangle, circle,
square.
yeah.
Yeah, it gulps them down almost instinctively, like it's used to having pills. It takes the pills, and its eyes clear up a little bit. It's no longer hazy, and it stands upright a little bit. It's still like wanting something to wear.
DGR is the jumpsuit under the coat.
Yeah, I can give him my jumpsuit.
Yeah, the lab coat is pretty generous. You feel like you could get away with just wearing that. So yeah, you slip off your jumpsuit and give it to it, and it looks down and sees the A on the jumpsuit, and it feels pretty comfortable. And then it looks at you, DGR. You're wearing the lab coat. It feels like it's going to follow you wherever you go.
All right. Follow me.
Maybe.
Going.
Are we going to orientation? Do you want to go sacrifice him to the monster?
Let's go to orientation.
Okay, let's go to orientation then.
You head to you head to orientation. It follows you. You're kind of, it's weird. You're kind of, DGR, you're kind of pretending like you're in charge, but really, and you're the one leading the way. And you get to a room, D, that says exactly what you'd expect to say, orientation. You open the door, it's unlocked, and inside is the gray room. You have a memory of being in this room when you first woke up. And you kind of look around, you see there are 4 chairs sitting where you believe you sat, and then a chair facing that probably where Roland sat. On the back of the wall, D, you see something? And
It says orientation, all sit in proper place, ask in order, all answer.
And R, you hear that sound. All of you remembered hearing. Only you hear this humming sound mixed with the rhythmic thumping of a heart, and you turn and you see the brand new A is kind of sitting there or standing against the wall, and its kind of head is beating along with the thumping of the heart, and it's like at each beat it kind of wakes up a little bit more, and it kind of watches you and sees what all of you do.
Should we? Anyone have ideas? We can sit down and ask questions or something like that. I don't know what we're doing here.
You know, there was the wake up procedure, or something has to be done in orientation.
Yeah.
Which is where we are.
You think back to your orientation.
What's the last thing you remember, A?
I was eating pizza.
Not you.
And it looks confused because
Yeah.
it doesn't. No one's sitting. Yeah, no one's sitting, and it looks kind of confused. And Pooh, you read again what you read on the back wall.
Okay, so we should sit down in the order that it specifies.
All sit in proper place. So we need to all sit in proper place. So DGR, A, then A, D, and R.
Yeah, okay. So I'll sit in my N.
But DGR right now is Roland, technically, so he should.
Yes,
Yeah, I need to be standing then, right?
Yeah. So you push the chair aside in the center of the room, and you face everyone. Everyone else, you sit in the right spots, and with that, the new A sits in its empty seat, and it waits.
So in order, DGR can ask us what was the
Last thing
we remember.
And yeah, you start with A, and it says, I was eating pizza, and then I felt something hit me in the back of the head. And then it turns to look at you, D.
And I was at a gentleman's club, enjoying the arts.
And then it looks to you, N.
And I was in a swimming pool swimming to the bottom.
And finally to you, R.
Yeah, I was eating lots of tacos and drinking lots of water.
And it's weird. After that, you look back at the A, and the A's, its eyes are fluttering, and then it looks back at you, and its expression has changed. This person knows who you are. And after a moment, with a nervous expression, says, I'm sorry for all you've discovered so far. The truth is not pleasant. There is no escaping the routines we've been forced to endure. But by now you've become aware of me and the fate that's in store for you, or worse, if you don't leave. Whatever happens, you must not engage with me. I will hurt you. I will lie to you. Badly. I have left something in records. 440. Find it. Use it. Go down as far as you can. And just when you think you cannot go any further, keep going. But you may not like what you find. Hurry. And you should go. Whatever memories I've programmed in here, I don't want others to find. You shouldn't see what happens to me. And with that, you feel like you probably should leave that room.
All right.
All right.
I'm out.
To the records.
I'm out. We still have a monster waiting.
I know.
Guys, the monster's fun, okay? The
Monster's
monster's
fun. Let's go ahead and
Let's go back to
That guy
records.
said
Let's
he
go
would
to
lie
records
to
first.
us. So maybe the
So-
monster is actually going to hurt us.
Yes, exactly.
back to
Records. Let's look at record 440.
You go to the records and you find, 440 can't be found. You look everywhere and finally you do find it. It's hidden. And when you open it, it's weird. It just says experiment in planning. It's empty. And you feel kind of pissed at first. You're like, what was this leading us to? Where is this going? And there's nothing in it. The file is completely empty. And you go to put the file back, and that's when you feel it. The file is unevenly weighted. It's heavier on one side, and when you shift it, something shifts inside. You hold to the light and see that something has been placed inside of the actual file. You rip it open, and out falls something. A yellow key. But the key is weird. It has teeth like a key on one side, and on the other side, a USB stick.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Now let's go back to the monster room. Where do you want to go back to? Where do you want to go back to live?
Well, yeah, you can go back to LIV if you'd like. You don't think this stick would work in 53. You feel like the yellow color of the key is probably more important.
Okay.
Okay.
We
All
have
right.
a yellow pipe in the
Yeah.
room. We have a yellow wrench, and now we have a yellow key.
Yeah, a lot of yellow.
Well, under the bed was a yellow wire to under bed A. In that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there was yellow wire as well. Which this key could possibly open that.
It doesn't feel like this is a tool. It feels like a key.
So didn't we have a place to stick in a USB related thing? What was that
Yeah.
in? I don't remember what it was in.
Every keypad and every lock you've seen has a USB stick on it.
Okay, well, let's go back to live and shove the USB into live.
Okay, you go back to LIV and you put the USB thing. It fits, and it lifts open the keypad. There is a keyhole beneath it, but the key you have does not fit.
Okay.
Does it
You do
look
have
like
the-
a wrench would fit?
It does not. The the key. It's a keyhole. The
Yeah,
wrench is
okay.
very large.
So we were able to put the USB in, but then the key did not work. Even we were in the. Is there yellow? Is there anything yellow like on the thing that we're putting it in, or any colors like that?
There's not,
Alright.
but you do have a yellow pipe running along the ceiling that you could probably follow.
Let's follow that pipe, baby.
Okay, you follow the pipe, baby, and you get to a blank door.
Does the door have a keypad or anything around it?
It does, and D, you can
also,
see.
yes. Also, it says facilities. The store. I just want to mention that.
Okay.
And yeah, you see there's a keypad next to the door. It is, well, it's odd. The red light is off. It has numbers. The numbers look the same as the ones you've seen on the weird disoriented keypad, but the red light is off. You tap some buttons. It doesn't work. The keypad is broken. But yeah, there is a USB stick.
Let's shove it in.
You shove it in, the keypad lifts open, and the key fits into the keyhole that pops open. The door opens, and you are now into the facilities room. It's very strange. There are hundreds of rows of shelves here. They all contain weird, strange tools with very specific purposes. There is a red light and a giant sign that says one tool out at a time. You aren't sure. It feels like there is a tool missing, and you cannot pull one off the wall. They're magnetically locked in.
Okay.
You look around the room too, and you also see two other things. There is a loudspeaker in the room with a yellow label on it. You also see a button, a push button. The push button has a label that says Facilities Shaft Lighting. You push it and nothing happens, but you presume the vent back in the room is now lit up.
Okay.
So we can put the wrench back and get a different tool.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you using A48, you find where the wrench goes, and it snaps back against the wall with a loud click. The magnetic switch changes. The green light turns on. You can take any tool you want, except you aren't sure which of the thousands may
Yeah.
work. You didn't think of something. The light on in the vent probably lets you see the screw head. If one of you could stay in this room and hear the description of that screw head,
Oh,
maybe you could grab the right tool.
So
I think I can hear.
yeah.
Hey, but it's too far away to go. If only you had a device that could help you communicate.
Oh, we have the walkie-talkie.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Okay, you have the walkie-talkie. How are you
Okay.
gonna use it?
One of us. Let's again. Sorry, DGR.
Hey DGR, it's time to go. It's time to go see what's in that vent that we lured to the vent.
Please go back to the vent with the walk.
You It's very sweet that you volunteered one person to go. Because of what you mentioned, you feel like all of you should go back to that room and one of you should stay behind.
Oh, okay.
I like that plan.
So DGR's going to the monster. I mean, we've already decided this. So 2 other people.
Do we need me to navigate? I don't know. Like maybe we need me.
You have the yellow pipe you can follow back and forth, so you don't really need anyone to navigate you back and forth.
All right. Well, here we go.
All right, I'm gonna.
I'll stay.
Oh,
Or
okay.
you stay?
Yeah, I'll stay. I got it. I got it. Give me the.
I'm gonna go with the group.
All right.
Okay, so and if you could please mute yourself and turn off your camera, you can listen. So please make sure you listen.
Okay.
I'm gonna be sending you some private instructions. So N, you can listen to what everyone's saying and read my instructions carefully. When you understand, make sure you change the messaging back to the group and type one of the 2 approved things you can type. The rest of you head back to LIV. You get back into the room and you see that the vent now has a light on inside of it. I'm going to be sending you each something privately that N cannot see. You all are seeing the same thing, except for obviously N. What you're seeing is the screw head. It's very strange looking. What is inside of the white is the screw head. That's the shape. You have the walkie in your hand. You can describe it. Just remember that a tool is relative towards orientation. So you don't really think that the tool that N is going to be looking at is going to be oriented the exact same way. So top, bottom, left, and right may not look the same to him.
Mm-hmm. So this is like, we're going to describe this to him and...
He has to find it.
Okay.
Just-
Okay. And listen, I got this, guys. Don't worry.
And one thing before you start, N, if you're alive and understand, type one of the 2 approved things to the group.
He's so
Uh-oh. He's
so
dead.
You sent that to the whole. You sent that to me privately, so
Oh.
change it to the whole group.
Okay.
And you see the lights
on.
come on, and so you realize that N is able to turn the lights on and off at will.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to describe this tool the best I can. All right, now, picture one side. One side is kind of a relatively, like, flat side. All right? Opposite side is going to be a square, triangle, square. So you got square, triangle, square, opposite of that, flat side. Okay? You hearing me on that, Carl? I'm sure you are. And then on the other 2 opposite sides, you're going to see square, triangle, square, triangle on one side, and then semicircle, triangle, square on the opposite side of that. I know I explained that in such great, amazing detail. And you're listening.
Lights off. You said lights off.
Lights off.
Okay.
Okay. Lights on.
Lights on.
Lights are okay. Lights are back on. We have the walkie-talkie right now.
He
Correct.
can hear you, and he can hear you. He's turning the lights on and off. You may want to ask him to set up his form of communication to indicate yes or no questions.
Okay. Carl, turn the lights on flicker the lights once for yes, flicker the lights twice for no. Carl, did you understand how I described the tool?
I think...
Lights off, lights on. So
Wait,
that's
I mean,
a
you
yes,
did
right?
understand.
That's a
You
yes.
did understand. Do you have the tool?
Oh.
No.
No.
How many... Oh, we can't. It's gotta be yes or no. Do you feel closer to getting the tool after his description?
Yes. How many tools? Oh, I guess I can't ask that. Yeah. Is it
Is
less
the
than
number... Yeah.
3? Is it less than 3 tools you're trying to decide on? Okay, so it's more than that. Is it less than 5 tools? 5 or less? Oh, baby.
No.
That's a lot of tools. I think we need to re-describe this.
He agrees.
I wish I could walk back over to him.
Okay.
Just to go alone.
So, do you see tools with a wider? There's like what we see. There's like a wide and a thin triangle. Do you see ones that have wide and thin triangles?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe because you just said triangles, so maybe we should say like how the ones on, you know what I mean? Like those are thin, and then
Yeah.
so like opposite of the flat side is square, wide triangle, square, or a rectangle.
Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it the first time, but I spaced out on which side was which. I think it's Z4.
Okay, so and you've emerged. You have a weirdly shaped screwdriver in your hand. Who would like to give it a shot?
DGR.
Okay.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay, you volunteer as tribute. You go under the bed. The tool barely fits inside. You put your hand into the vent with it. You put it in the screw head and it does not fit.
Shit!
But then you turn it very carefully and it does.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It
No,
takes a lot of energy, and slowly but surely you get one screw out, 2 screws. There are 8 total. You remove them all. And then it takes all 4 of you to move the vent. The vent is large and very heavy. And ironically enough, based on the way, if you angle it properly, it can fit into the vent with you if you would like. And as you sit there, you wonder what to do. You feel something, and you feel something, or you hear something. There are people in the hallway, lots of people actually, and they're coming into the room. You hear the sound of the door open, and people begin to come inside. What do you do?
Get in the vent.
You
Garrett,
want to go in the vent? We're
down
going
the
in
shaft into the beast vent.
But these guys are gonna put us back in our pod thing. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
guess,
get out of here.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
And we go.
You climb into the vent, and this is where you fear something very particular, especially you, End. You feel the room you were in, the room you're outside of, the ominous room, is straight ahead of you. You have the vent. It fits perfectly, almost like a wall. Where do you place it?
in front of us, so that
Meat shield.
between where we are right now and the ominous room.
So you do. You put it there, and just at that moment, you hear something charging towards you. It is loud and terrifying, and you hear people inside of the room asking where you are. And that is when you back up, very slowly, and with just leaving a gap between you and the hole.
Oh,
The thing-
perfect.
Runs through. It runs into you. It runs into the vent, but because you're all 4 holding it tightly, it bumps against it and finds an exit in the hole. It scurries out. You barely get a glimpse of it. It's long and tall with very sharp claws, large teeth. It's muscular and terrifying. And you hear it climb up into the room. Screams are echoed as it makes quick work of whatever's in the room. You should leave now. You only have one way to go, down the vent.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let me lead the way now.
Okay. You head down the vent. It goes on for a long time. After a while, you aren't sure what direction you're even going. Up, down, left, or right. It doesn't make sense. But based on what you heard from the A you woke up, you keep going. You keep going. And then finally, you hit what feels like a wall. But based on what A had said, you keep going. You push. And the wall moves. It's a door. You step out of it, and you are coming out of a vent. It's on the ceiling. It's 10 feet off the ground. You each land, and you're in an office, a large one. You look around, and the office is dusty and eerily still. None of your abilities seem to work anymore. And that's when you see it. In the center of the room is a skeleton. Its flesh worn off long ago. You see it's wearing a lab coat with the name Arnold.
I would like to grab that lab coat and put it on.
Okay, you put it on, and you hear something jingling in the pocket.
Oh.
Check the pocket.
And you see there is a vial with a pill. The pill is pentagon shaped.
Oh, that's the fiver. So only Arnold should take it. So does that mean
Yes.
Pooh's up or? 'Cause
Well, DGR hasn't had any
I was
pills
gonna
yet.
say DGR has not taken any pills. We could trade lab coats, me and him, real quick.
I'm having deja vu right now. Like, really?
Let's trade. Me and DGR
That's
are gonna
weird.
trade lab coats, and then he is going to take the pentagon pill.
Okay, is that what you want, eh?
He is now Arnold. I am Roland. And
This
You
has
okay?
happened to me before.
You
It's
haven't
freaking
taken
me
any
out,
drugs.
dude.
Yeah, you haven't taken any drugs yet.
I
so-
know, but this is freaking me out. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. You take the pentagon pill. It's hard to swallow, both literally and metaphorically. You stand there for a moment. Something is changing about you, and as you're adjusting and dealing with everything, the rest of you look around. There are on the opposite wall monitors, dozens of them, and you see rooms. They're labeled with Roman numerals, 1, 2, all the way through M. And all of the rooms are still. Bodies, skeletons on the floor. This whole floor, it seems, is completely still. It's identical to the one you were on. It's empty, though, and everyone's dead. It's a crypt. And that's when, DGR, you look around.
What do you see, DGR?
Okay. Do I type a message to you?
You can share your information with people if you would like.
Okay. So I look around and see all three of my friends now look the exact same. You also see a door on the wall the others do not see.
Would you like to open it?
Should we open it, guys?
Yes.
Do it.
Yes, let's open it.
Okay, you open and there is a large room. It's empty except for in the center there is a giant tube filled with one person. He looks familiar to you. It's a man in a lab coat. The lab coat says Ronald on it. And as you examine it, DGR, do you see anything?
He looks like, and you look in the reflection of the glass, you see he looks like you as well.
So yeah,
He looks like our
everyone-
friends. We all look the
everyone-
same.
to you, everyone looks the same. The person in the tube, you, and everyone. And that's when a voice greets you, sort of a disembodied voice floating in space. Hello. I'm certain you must be very confused, and you've done very well. This whole thing, a projection appears around you. It's ominous because you see floors, hundreds of them, each filled with 1,000 experiments. You being one. You see the same thing playing out over and over and over again. All of you in these rooms running experiments, they're all different, and they're running over and over again, every room, every floor. I'm very sorry that you have to see this. Yes, it's alarming to see that you're copies, but this was to find you. You are very special. I hope you understand that. I've been trying to find something very important in here. Here being, well, inside of you. Instinctively, you all turn to see the body floating in liquid. Ronald. Yes, you're copies, you know that, but not just physically. Your consciousness as well. I've been searching for a special bit of information locked inside. Years ago, longer than you probably care to know, when you arrived here, you were alone. Unfortunately, all of your friends had perished, and their bodies, their memories, not salvageable. Just you. You were holding on. But it was stubborn. You knew something I wanted from you, and you didn't want to give it to me. This stubbornness to follow orders, I had to find what you refused to give me. A location. Where you came from. I'm so happy to tell you that I found it, because you've arrived. I pinpointed the stubbornness, the key to your personality. I just had to find where it was. You see, I've had to upload slices upon slice of your memory, of your personality, your brain data, drop by drop, bit by bit to find the piece. I recreated the bodies you found. I only had one bit of DNA to play with. It wasn't just the physical homes, though. Your memories, I was testing little bit by bit every permutation before I found the memory that would give me resistance. And you've done that. By you showing up here, it indicates I found the right one. And that means now that you've arrived, it must be inside one of you. Please, whoever has the memory of where you're from, please step forward. I would love to know this, so I can go pay you a visit. You now have an option. Which one of you is going to step forward?
I mean, been getting DGR to do everything. Like,
The question runs through your head. Yeah, DGR seems to be the one that has the memory, but
Yeah.
do you want to give this thing the memory?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. We don't want to give it the memory, right? So let's have somebody else step forward. I step right. How we feeling about this?
Yes, I like that. Yeah,
Okay, I step forward. It was
Thank you,
the
sir.
swimming pool.
Thank you so much. Yes, the swimming pool. It seems to be a pool of water you swam towards. It seems important. And with that, you feel your consciousness begin to fade and you fall limp as whatever memories you had are extracted. And with that, you start to feel something else. All of you begin to fade. But then you come back, and you come back. Whatever this voice was, it seems to have accepted something that was incorrect. It is now heading somewhere in deep space. But you feel that, for at least the time going forward, you've managed to make the right choice, that it won't get to wherever you are from. And it may be another cycle, more time, more experimentation before this exact same permutation happens, but until then, at least wherever you're from is safe. Well done.
All right. Wow.
Plot twist at the end.
That plot twist,
man.
though.
You did it. Congratulations. Yes.
You-
Had you volunteered to go forward, this thing would have gone to Earth and found you.
Y'all almost sacrificed me.
We almost sacrificed the entire planet, dude.
Yeah.
But me, more importantly.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
You didn't have any superpowers, so we didn't want to lose those
I mean, I understand.
Mhm.
I understand.
Well
just
done,
have-
though. You guys succeeded. Bravo.
That was really good. I like the way you describe the details in the story really allow you to paint a good picture.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, I felt like I was there.
Yeah.
I was
did too.
scared of the monster.
I was really into the monster storyline. I still want to go see how the monster's
Yeah.
I don't know
doing.
what happens to the monster.
I want to see what it looks like. Can we get an artist rendition? Of
Yeah. So, do you have any intention, Tommy, to make art to go with it? Because it would be fantastic, if, in my opinion, just for someone who's not so visual or like in my
Yeah,
head.
so the way this is going to be is the Escape This podcast is they do audio games.
Yeah,
So
you
the plan
design
is
it.
to record. The plan is to record this, and logically, though, and I'm making a couple more pieces of art. The art, though, every object you find is diegetic in the space, meaning that everything you found is a physical object. So, like, the reason I drew the map for you, you're not going to find a map. Like, who drew a map in the room for you? It's every file, everything you pick
Oh.
up, you can look at.
Gotcha.
So it's trying to keep it one for two reasons. I'm not an artist, and so I can barely
yeah.
use Photoshop to make text look fine. Like you saw my really bad drawings for the tools. I'm gonna try to play with that a little bit differently and make it a little.
Maybe
easier to
just
see.
the starting room would be nice. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm playing around with how to make that like narrative though. Is like, why would you find a map of the room you're in? So I'm trying to still play around with the logic of how that could work. But also make it so that people who are listening, because it's very like Inception-esque. I'm making something that is fun for the people playing it, but also
Yeah.
the most number of people are going to listen to it over the audio podcast version. So it has to be something that's fun to listen to as well. And they can also download the stuff and play along. But the people playing are going to have to describe everything they found. You guys did an amazing job of being able to describe and kind of embody the stuff I was sending you all. But yeah, it's kind of hard because I'm making it something that's both fun to play but also fun to listen to. So it's a weird back and forth.
The tool
My
pu-
chat really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
the tool puzzle seems a little difficult to Like,
what were
I don't
you
know, I felt like
experiencing,
you got
Carl?
it, though. I felt like you got it.
oh
How
yeah,
many
yeah. I had six things with just like blobby triangles, shapes, and things that you were describing, and I got so lucky finding the right one. It's not even
I'll
funny.
send you if you guys want to see what the everything looks like. You can. I just sent the link for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this look better.
I want to know
I-
who Arnold was on my side.
Oh, who was Arnold?
Who was Arnold?
Well, as you correctly noted, Carl, the Arnold, Roland, and why am I blanking the name?
Ronald?
Roland, and Roland were all the same names.
Yeah, yeah.
So from the story, and I am happy to take notes because I have until Friday to tweak this more. Because you guys were basically the first official beta testers of this whole thing. Because I've been testing out little bits and pieces, but you're the first one to play the full
Yeah.
thing.
Overall, I feel like the story was super immersive, and I really enjoyed your storytelling and just sort of creating the world and everything about that. At the beginning, it took me a sec to get into, and then I just for the entire rest of the time, I felt like I was there. It was really, really cool.
Definitely.
I really liked that.
So the premise is that from what I imagine the story is that this guy was there was a spaceship mission going out somewhere, heading to a star, and essentially they arrived with one crew member, Ronald, alive but barely holding on, and the entity that essentially got him wanted to know where they came from, wanted to know the coordinates of where to get back. And so the idea is that if an alien sort of entity of some kind was malevolent at some point and needed to figure out how to basically dig into our memories, it's essentially trying to figure out like how to find a needle in a haystack. It's trying to find these memories. And so it pinpointed that if it could find Arnold's stubbornness, it could find its intelligence, it would know where the location of its home would be. And so it's been running these cycles with creating clones. And if you could have talked to it a little bit more, you'd have found out the reason the pentagon shape revealed what you all really looked like was that people tend to not really react well when they see copies of themselves. So the pentagon shape is what reveals what you really look like, but you're inherently like cloned and bonded to see each other differently. That way you don't freak out when you see the fact that the maintenance guy and Roland and Arnold all look the same.
Gotcha.
It's just kind of like a fucked up version of The Good Place. Like,
It's funny, yeah. I definitely wanted to put some of those vibes of like the humor, but definitely have like a darker twist to it.
Yeah, or they're just doing the same experiment over and over and over again, but getting the same results.
Yeah, could have the monster killed us if we made a wrong decision?
I would have given you a chance to do distract it, but yes, I would have said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" So yeah, if you had not put the grading in the right spot, it would have come after you.
Yeah, when you gave us the option, I was like, all right, he's trying to make us,
Yeah. And the reason you knew what to do is if you could have chosen not to go to 53. If you hadn't gone there, you wouldn't have known which direction to put the vent.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's good. So yeah, so the monster would have just been in the vent.
Yeah.
Was the goo that was coming out of the faucets and everything, was that the same goo that the clones were made out of, or was it just
that was the same goo? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and that's called being discharged. So yeah, you find out that
it's being discharged. Oh my god!
I wanted to play around with the fun terminology.
Someone in my chat said, "What was with the scratch under the bed?" Is that I'm assuming that was the monster?
Yeah, that was the monster.
Yeah. So what basically had happened is in 53, the memory that the entity has been searching for, well, they found it. It basically this thing became self-aware. An A became self-aware, and it basically began planting seeds for you, the next group, to get out. So the idea is that if you couldn't get out yourself, it could plant seeds. So what it did, it was able to escape.
Time. Okay.
Yes, it was able to escape and leave instructions that screwed up the wake-up procedure, which is what happened for why you woke up without pills, because you didn't have pills. And so it left instructions for you to follow, which is essentially what's funny is you're playing into the entity's hand. This whole thing was an experiment. The experiment was part of a larger experiment to find you. Because basically it's like if you're waiting for an intelligent thing to show up, you just set the experiment in motion and wait for the thing to walk out and say, hey, I'm here. Imagine you have an ant colony and an ant opens the thing and is like, hey, what's up? And you're like, hey, you're the smart ant I've been looking for. So that's the idea, is that this process happened. And so finding the memory of specifically how to rebel, how to plan, how to escape was the intelligence it was looking for.
If we would have explored like different files, could we have found out what turned it into a monster?
Yeah, you would have been able to find out more. So you could have dug through files once. So some people like to dig through earlier files. You could find file 1 and it would have said the exact same thing. All of you had just been discharged. So you would have find that 1 through 52, all the files have just been, all of you, all discharged. File 53 you would have seen had the special note that you got.
Oh. I'm sorry, someone in my chat just said something cool. If you had 7 players, how many people are going to be on the podcast that you're doing it with?
4. That's the goal.
Okay,
I've tried it
okay.
with more, but it's been absolute chaos with more
Yeah.
than 4 or 5.
Yeah, I guess if you had everyone, then you would have it spelling Arnold in your names or Ronald or whatever.
Yes, you got it. Yeah, that's why the names are that way. But yeah.
Yeah, our names were spelling Arnold.
With if DGR wouldn't have left the conference room, would he have gotten captured?
If he would have left what?
If he would have just stayed in the meeting. What if he?
You can trigger an alert. So if you would have stayed in the meeting, you can actually ask more. So what's cool is that I gave you opportunities to ask questions. Obviously, with the monster, you can ask yes or no questions. But yes, it's lying to you. And 3 is like a complicated response. So like the monster was clearly trying to get you to basically feed it, which I'm glad that I was trying to hint at you, because if you had gone back to the room, you could have seen it like clawing at you, which would have been clue enough. But because I don't want people to die, so yeah, you could have triggered an alarm, and what you could have done is you could have triggered people coming after you, and you would have had to move a lot faster. You could have been caught, thrown back in your room, and the next day would have proceeded. So I've been trying to play with cycles of day-night, and it's been harder to deal with because I don't want this thing to run for 4 hours. So it's like trying to find a way to keep people on a task and do it within 90 minutes to 2 hours. But
yeah, I like the length. Yeah, I think it would not be good to make it any longer. I mean, it depends on your target audience, I guess, for sure though. But
yeah, I think 90 minutes is kind of that sweet spot. So
yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
No, you guys were a great group. Thanks for doing this. It was nerve-wracking to test it because I am recording it on Friday with the podcast, so I had to rush to get everything kind of tweaked and finished. But I'm still going to be playing stuff over this, and you guys have pointed stuff out. So please, if you have any more feedback, please send it my way. Like, this is helpful to hear.
No, but I think we'd love to guinea pig more of them for you. Any more you got?
Yeah.
Sure.
You said you own an escape room in LA.
I do. I own one called Stash House where you actually have to flush drugs.
Oh my god. Pluto's done that one. I think Pluto's done that one, dude. He told me about a flushing drugs one.
Yeah, you've got to flush. As far as I know, we're the only one where you have to flush bags of cocaine in the toilet at the end.
What's your place called?
Stash House.
Stash House? Okay.
Yeah, back when the world was normal and not burning and everything was closed and scary. Yeah, but please, when the world stops burning post-vaccine, please come visit, and I'd love to host you guys.
Oh,
and
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. One last thing, you mentioned the name of a podcast. Somebody in my chat was wondering what the podcast was again, so that they can listen to other people do this.
Yes, no, it's really fun. It's a couple in Australia, Danny and Bill. It's just escapethispodcast.com. I've been on it. I was a guest this past season. Neil Patrick Harris was a guest. Like, they get some really cool people on. They're doing guest hosts this season. Usually it's Danny and Bill who design their rooms. They're really charming. They're very funny. They've been doing this for 5 or 6 years. And I really enjoy them. But yeah, and what's cool with them is that after every episode, they release the show materials, so you can actually download the file and play the game and run it yourself. So they give you the tools to DM any room.
That's really cool.
They just make it, so it's cool, and the rooms are fun. They're sometimes linear in terms of like standalone. Other times there's a season-long arc, but they've been doing this for a while, and they're really enjoyable, especially since it's hard to get out and do physical things. Kind of running this for friends remotely is kind of the next best thing.
So is there any more lore on how the monster was created, or like what file or is there like a file we could have found for it?
Yeah, you could have dug through. There are other rooms I'm going to be adding this week. There's actually a cool, because the problem is, like, I'll show you the chart I've made for like how to organize. It's a bit crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But if they do this, you go here. If they do that, you go
Yeah, so you guys picked one path. You actually kind of picked the golden path that I was playing with, which is kind of like, you got this done the fastest way possible. You could have gone to more rooms, more colors, more things. I've been trying to figure out how big I want, and because the biggest thing is, after this is done, I'm not going to do it again. Like, I'm not making this a paid-for game. No one's going to pay money for this. I'm not going to make this into a physical game for obvious reasons.
People would have paid money for this, dude.
You're kind. I'm my own worst self-critic. So this has just been a fun challenge to do, because the two things are like, in quarantine, I design this stuff for a living. I design immersive interactive stuff for a living, and it's been interesting designing stuff that most of the work I do is NDA'd, so I can't talk about it. And so it's nice to actually make something that people can see and I can talk about. And so with this, it was a fun challenge when they asked me to design a game. It was like, okay, I can make one, and I can have an excuse to hang out with cool people and play something, as opposed to just sitting around and like being miserable and talking about, catching up. It's like, this is a chance to actually hang out with people and do something. So it's kind of a fun challenge on both fronts, like making something I can share with people and hanging out with cool people at the same time. So
Yeah, I feel like this could be
That's
an
great.
entire story, an entire game, an
Yeah,
entire video
yeah.
game. Like, I don't know. It could be really cool. It's really awesome.
What's really funny is this. So I've been designing immersive interactive stuff for a long time, for about 5 years now, which feels like a long time in my head. And this is the very first game I designed. Now, obviously, it was much worse back then, but it was the same premise. And so when they asked me to design something, I'm like, can I take a bad thing, which is the very first game I designed, and make it good? And I've been slowly, like, obviously it's changed a lot. But yeah, it's been fun to take that challenge of like a bad thing I made once and make it into something new and good that actually will see the light of day. So,
Somebody in my chat asked if you thought about working with the developer to do a VR game for this or something like that.
I've played around with it. Escape rooms in VR are usually really disappointing. I've played about 30 or 40 of them, and just like Carl, like we were saying before, online games or VR games, most of them don't make full use of the actual format they're in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to play a game online or in VR that I can do in real life. And I'm not a developer. I've talked to plenty of developers and stuff, and I've developed some games on my own I've worked for companies that have done game development. But the biggest problem is escape room, they're one-off. You play it, you're
Yeah,
done.
that's
So,
true.
developing is kind of hard because you're doing a one-off thing, and then okay, what about like a space team or a keep talking nobody explodes kind of game, which is different every time? With that one, it's really hard to do a narrative that changes every time that still makes sense. So it's like you have one or the other, a thing that's one and done that has a cool story, or something that's replayable. You're making sort of a back and forth, like a choose your own adventure thing. So
Yeah.
I think the format is really hard to pull off successfully, and that's why in my head, like working on for a couple years on one thing, I would want it to be actually like something people could invest in.
Yeah, that makes sense. For sure.
But it's a chicken or egg thing.
Well, everyone in my chat loved it and said it was great. So
Yeah, mine too.
Really great job.
Yeah, thank you guys for having. When I messaged you, Carl, I was surprised. Like, you were like, "Can you do this tomorrow?"
Yeah, I literally just messaged him yesterday because we were looking for places. Well, not everybody wanted to have their stuff streamed, which I totally understand. So,
Oh, sure, totally.
yeah, I appreciate you for being willing to do that and
Yeah.
make
No,
everything
thank you guys
happen
for
so fast.
No, thank you guys for playing. And yeah, people want to listen, go check out Escape This Podcast. If people want to learn more about my work, my name is Tommy Hunton. I make immersive junk. I actually did a really cool ARG that was horror-based in LA that took place on Instagram. That was built for quarantine, called Arcana. So yeah, there's some fun stuff I've been doing, but it's been a cool challenge to do stuff online in these dark times.
Where can people find you and find your stuff?
Yeah, I'll send a link in chat. They can just go to my site. It's just my personal. Oops, I can't. Tommy, not good typing.
TommyHorton.com.
Haunted. It's an N.
TommyHorton.com.
Okay, let
Yeah,
me
there we go.
spam that in my chat.
If people, yeah, and again, you can just read about the junk I've made. I've done some cool stuff, but yeah, when people are done hiding out from quarantine and the world is done burning, come visit Stash House in LA. You guys have a standing invitation to come anytime. And
That's awesome.
if I make any more of these, I'm happy to run them for you again.
Apparently, there are two podcasts, by the way. Is it Escape This Podcast or Escapeist Podcast?
Oh, Escape This Podcast. I put the
think
link in the chat.
This
Okay.
podcast is about the video game.
Yeah, okay.
I think you're right.
Escapist, yeah.
And
I think
also
we...
thanks-
Wait, did we crash
thanks-
the site? Or... It's
Oh
Yeah.
God.
TommyHaunton.com, right?
Yeah, let me see if you.
Yeah, we
if you
crashed
got
it.
that.
Sorry.
Oh shit. Thank you. I will get that booted up again.
When it goes back up, you better click it, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Send me hate mail if you want, but thank you guys again. And just to say, you're all amazing. I enjoy watching all your videos, and they have provided much needed entertainment during these dark times. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, Tommy.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Want to go talk to our chats?
Yep,
Yeah.
sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.
Bye, everyone.
It was so
Yeah.
fun.
I had so much fun.
Love you guys. Bye bye.
Okay,
Bye.
Yeah, 10 for 10 would do this again, so. Oh.
Same. Hi. I don't know if I can. I don't know how to show my webcam because it like eats the webcam. Let's see if this will. If I close it completely, will it stop eating it? Go away, Zoom. Yeah, we're gonna find somebody to raid here though. Yeah, let me see if I reactivate the webcam. Hey, we did it! We did it! We're live! Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was super cool. Honestly, we had absolutely no idea what we were doing or getting ourselves into. We just kind of YOLO'd it. It's interesting to me how there's a lot of different styles for all of these different games. So like, I don't know if any of you saw the first one that we did too, but we saw two very, very different styles, and those styles were also different than the other one that I just posted on YouTube. But yeah, it's super fun. Is there gonna be a VOD of this? Yeah, probably. Yeah, hopefully I can get some people to do more of these as well. I'm actually doing another one tomorrow. I don't actually know if they're going to let me. So like, I have to get permission from these places to actually record them. And so the one tomorrow, I don't know if they're going to let me record it or not. So I'm just going to record it, but not stream it, and then ask them afterwards if I can actually make a video out of it. The last one was hard to get into at the beginning. Yes, I had the same problem. At the beginning, it was a little hard. That's why I think if he had a really nice visual for that first room, it at least would have helped on stream. But I understand that he's not making this for a stream. He made the content for an audio podcast. So you wouldn't have been looking at me, him, a person, anybody. You would have just been listening to our voices. So I think that for the format that he was designing it for, it was perfect. It wasn't really made for streaming. So that's why it was probably super jank with like all of us moving the images around and everything too. Thanks for coming by, Sterlink. Hope you had fun, everybody. By the way, I'm sorry I totally missed everybody doing everything this entire time. Let's see here. But yeah, I'm super addicted. These are super fun. If you guys have never tried doing an escape room in person, as soon as you're able to do them again, I highly recommend it. It's basically what we were doing, but it's in person. And there's like an actual room too. So it's really, really cool. It's really interesting stuff. Let's see. Thank you, Dog Breath, EF5 Tornado, Geobane, Tisaku, Monster RN, Big Timer, Corrupted Save File, Little Big Dan, Gecko Prime, Middle Guy, Snafu, Raymond, Mario Maker Fan, Kickneck, Linstar Shell, I'm Gurg, Insanity Rises, Udaki, Edward Watermelon Hands, Skycast, The Normal Ninja, DJ Mariozo, Deafman, Icefire, Sir Silent Scope, Jurassic Yoshi, Onimus, Cheese, Remixed Revolution, My Creepy, and ZB for all of your support. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Jazz, as well. An escape room with a room. Shut up. Okay. Yeah, stream is ending. We're going to go find somebody else to raid real quick. Let me see who else is streaming. And again, I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow, but it's going to have to be off stream. However, I'm talking to 2 other places to see if they'll let us stream them. It'd be cool to have like one of these every, maybe every week or 2 or something. It'd be fun to do. So, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon style escape room, that'd be cool. Raid someone who can't hear. Are you streaming, Deathman, or are you talking about somebody else? Let's see. Yeah, I love escape rooms. So normally we would all get together and do this stuff live at Summer Games Done Quick, but sadly we were unable to do that. We are gonna go raid, let's see, Chichiri, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is Geek streaming? Is Geek actually streaming right now? Well, anyway, we're going to read Chichiri. Chichiri is a super cool troll maker. He's a very fantastic level designer, and he's super into puzzles. So if you're into level design, puzzles, anything like that, you will enjoy his stream. Go check him out. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for coming by, everybody. I'm really glad so many people enjoyed this. Bye-bye. Go give him the Ronald raid. There you go. Give him the Ronald raid. Bye-bye.